All right, I thought I was muted. I was about to say rookie move, man. Yo, welcome to episode 42, man, of East Meets West, guys, man. We got a dope show for you today, man.
Yes.
Yes, man. But I am your guy, man, Joker, man. Over here with brother, man, Gomez. What's up, Gomez?
You boy. Let's go. Gomez Comic Collector. You know, you can find me here. Find me on my own YouTube page. I do my own hauls and everything. Just great guy we're gonna have today. So I've been watching a few of his things in the past. Rewatched it because there's so many people out in the community, but he also got to show support and love when he can at times. So I'm good to have a special guest today and get to know him a little better than besides what he does and his new comedy picks he does. So I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Definitely, this community is is a big community, so it's good to get in people's heads and see what they do with this hobby. You know what I mean? Exactly. So yeah, man. Before I get into the chat and before I bring up my boys out, man, we're gonna do our friends of the show, man. First off, we have here's Spidey's part of Tumblers, man. Shout out to Jose Gonzalez, man. Check him out on IG, man. Spidey's _powder_ tumblers, man. For your custom made powder coated stainless steel tumblers, man. Keychains, knives, coasters, all those goodies, man. Hit him up. Tell him that we sent you over there, man. Awesome dude. His work is known already throughout the community. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got him. We got who else? We got there we go. We got Express Comic Book Pressing Service, man, with Erod212. Check him out, man. Hit him up in IG on Erod212 or use his Express CBP IG page. He does submit to CBCS, but when he submits to CGC, you get a 15% discount with his service, man. And listen, man, and you also get a 10% clean pressing service with the code of EMW10, guys. So there you go, man. That's the master presser. Your presses. There you go, man. All right, and then the last but not least, man, we have Skeleton Comics, man. Shout out to Angie over here for giving us a nice little 10% off code, man. EMW10, a one-time code, guys. But don't be afraid, guys. There's other codes out there. We got Keep It Thoro, and on the New York Warriors. I think it's Thoro 10, excuse me. And then you got New York Warriors. So for those are one-time codes, guys. All right. So besides that, man, those are our friends of the show, man. And real quick, too, man. Again, man, I want to give a shout out to my man Jason Rodnick over here, man. Rodnick with the Little Giant Comics old school comic show that's happening April 24th, guys. Yeah, man, in the Ever Arena in Concord, New Hampshire, guys. Yeah, man. We shout out to Josh for making it happen, man. We're gonna, I'll let him talk about it when he gets in. So we got some news about that. And again, man, if you haven't caught it, man, make sure you catch our. Yeah, do I have the flyer? No, I do not have the flyer there, man. But make sure you catch this, man. I should have uploaded it on the FOC show, FOC Friday night show, man, with CBSI, man. If you didn't catch it, the link to that video is in the description. So after the show, go check that out. You know what I mean? Everybody, all my friends of the show, man, our special guests is, the link is in the description too. So sub them up, follow them, all that. The IG links is there too. So yeah, man. So yeah, that's about it. Let's bring our homies out, man. Let's not keep them back there, man. First up, we have is my man Josh G. Josh G, what is going on, Josh?
What's up?
What up, Josh? What?
Not much.
Hey, man, comb your hair, son, bro.
Sorry, I just actually took a shower and went.
Yeah, I got you.
At least you showered, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I know you got some news about the comic show, the old school comic show, right?
Oh, you want me to do that now?
I mean, if you want, it's real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just show them off because we're gonna have nothing planned out yet.
Yeah. So Mike and I will be at the show, of course.
Yes.
And Erod is also going.
Mm-hmm.
He's technically part of East Meets West.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple other people. I know Biggs is going. Who else is going?
I think
Manny's going.
Yeah. Erod.
Yep. A couple people, but anyway, yeah. But we'll be there, yeah. And we have a couple of golden tickets to give out for anyone that wants to go. So golden tickets to the show, they get you in at I think it's 10 o'clock. It puts you to the head of the line, so you don't have to pay to get in, and you move right to the head of the line with this. We're not sure how we're giving them out yet, but we will be announcing that soon. And if you win, we will give them to you when you arrive up there that day, because we want to make sure these go to people who are actually going to the show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, listen, man. If you're not, then we'll just give them out on people online. That's it, man.
Yeah.
So just That's it. Just make sure if you're coming through, man. Listen, you got some tickets right now, man. We'll figure out how to do that though throughout and we'll announce it maybe hopefully next week on our show.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So next up we have, man, all the way from Hawaii, man. Shout out to the Doom 143, the left leg.
The left leg. What's up, my guys? How's it going? It's nice to be here. Excited to be here. Excited for the guests. Excited for the show. It's been a while, so yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the Doom. He was gonna be here last week, but daylight savings fucked him up.
Yeah, we don't have daylight saving times here in Hawaii, so yeah, we just finished golfing, and then I'm all like, well, I got a whole hour to get ready, and next thing I know, the show's already started. So I'm all like, you know what? I don't want to come in late. I'll just let the guys do their thing.
Yeah.
The left leg, it's not super important, so I mean.
Yeah,
It's nice to have, but yeah, you guys, the Voltron will survive.
Appreciate you, brother, for being here today, man. Dope show, man, that you lined up for us, man. And the next up, man, we have James, King of the Golden State, is here, man.
And I will form the head. Voltron.
Yeah, that's it, man. We got this Voltron is all
the
fucked
head,
up.
the head won't be around that often. Well, fucking.
God, what's shaking, everybody? It's your boy King of the Golden State, fresh out of the shower, just like as usual. Get my hair did, did like the whole, jumping jacks, and running the place.
Working out about time, pops.
I'm all set, So here we go. I can't wait.
Oh my god, man. Well, it's good to have our panel minus Erod. Hopefully, I think Erod said he's gonna be here next week. So we'll see.
No, Erod's in the chat.
Erod's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
Oh no, I didn't hear that. Oh my god.
Great,
for comics, he's outside the comic shop. Yeah.
Before I bring in our guest, man, let me give some shout outs over there in the chat, man, and say what's up to the people there, man. Eli Easy, the Game Hunter, shout out to you, my brother from New York Warriors, man. Bricks, the Iron Geek, is in the building. Wesley Comic Collection, shout out to Wesley. Joey does comics, and my man Kid Collector from Power Pack over there, man. They were just on for us, man. We got Astro Wizard, we got Wilbert, Mac B1, Uncanny Swag, Discovery Bay Comics, man. What's going on, JB? Chinmo's in the building. The Fantastic Girl, Rated Roar is in the building. Tino 73. We got the wifey, man. Harley Quinn, what's up? We got Peanut R Man. That's G Money Joker. Nah, never that. Never that. Peter. Peter Porker is here, man. Who else? We have Hazel Dan. We have Big Lion Cat 646. Meow is in the building. He's at work. We got Lorna Espinoza, Era 212. Who else? We got Pescal 23. And we have Sif AF, man. We got David Levesque too, the shirt guy, man, for the community.
Yes.
And the Art Kemist. What is going on, man?
Man.
And I want to say again, before we introduce our guest, man, I want to say thank you for everybody who reposted and shared on IG for the show. Thank you very much. That was awesome, man. And yeah, man, let's bring our special guest, man. Another man, my man, Simpleman's Comics, man. What is going on?
Yeah.
What's going? It's like hard not to come in here and be like McLovin and be like, thanks this.
Yeah, it's great to have you, man.
Oh, I appreciate it so much. I'm glad you guys reached out. Always happy to come on and talk comics, especially with people, pick people's brains, find out what other people are collecting, what people are picking up. Because always learning. I mean,
always learning. Always learning.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Definitely.
I was laughing because Doom talked about Voltron. Us older guys, our nostalgia talks about Voltron. The newer guys right now talk about Megazords and Power Rangers.
Yeah,
they don't know. They don't know.
Maybe I should have said Power Ranger left leg. Yo, it's all the same. All the same. Left leg, nobody gives a crap about.
We care, dude. We care, bro. We care, man.
As long as the left leg is there, it's cool.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I want to give a shout out to the Doom, man, for setting this up, for making this happen, man. For having this, my man, Superman's. Yeah.
Actually, so if we're gonna get right into it, that's basically what it is, right? So. Everyone, I would assume, not everyone, but a lot of us, we have like these little hidden Instagram chats, right? And one of the chats was that I'm part of is called the Moss Poot Crew. I don't know how we got the name. I don't know where it started. But yeah, people like Mel V, he's in it. Koi Case is in it. David Seeking Image, Freddy's 562. We don't actually converse that much in it, but it was this little group we started. Anyway, one of the guys in there was Simpleman Comics, and that was really cool when he got in. And we try to watch as many of his stuff as possible. One thing that I know, and I'll ask you some questions, Brian, but I know one thing that I was always curious about is that you started your channel about 4 years ago, and you didn't necessarily call it FOCs, but I remember you called it things that you could pre-order.
Right.
Was that technically like a FOC that you were kind of looking into back in the day? Or was that something
that was more previews itself rather than FOC? So you gotta have those couple windows, right? You have that 2 month ahead window for previews, then it's like a 3 week before release window with FOC. So back in the day, I used to go through previews, and that's when it was like no camera. It was mostly slideshow and voiceover.
Right.
And it's hard, especially when you're starting out with YouTube, because you're like, well, how long do you make the videos? And then at one point it was like, hey, all the publishers, here's my picks for pre-order. And then I tried to make it into separate like publisher videos, and it just got to be like so much work to stay on top of and do, like at the time I was doing like the weekly picks for like new release, like new comic book day. So yeah, I started out doing previews, and it was, like I said, it was also back when I was on G Plus, Google Plus days with back on CBSI, right? Where, before comicbookinvest.com happened, it was the Google Plus community, and everyone was sharing Google Docs. And I got sick of writing, and I was like, you know what? I want to play around with some video stuff, so I'm just going to do videos for it and share the video out. And that's kind of how like YouTube even started for me. It's just like, maybe I'll do this a little bit.
Yeah. And then 4 years and 22,000 subs later, right?
Well, I have a question following up to that. Like, what got you into wanting to do a YouTube channel in the first place? I mean, like, we're all comic collectors, right? And you know, some of us, like for me personally, I caught that bug by being inspired by somebody to, you know, do one. Like, say for example, I've seen like Lords of the Long Box, or I've seen like New York Warriors. And I said, you know, I wanted to do something like that. I was kind of curious, like 22,000 subs later, you know, like what kind of like said, you know, I want to do that kind of thing.
Well, it's two things, right? Because I started out doing like some haul videos and it wasn't for anything. It's just, but the only thing is for people to see it, the easiest place to put it was YouTube. Right. So I did like a Journey into Mystery 83 haul video. I kind of edited it up and had some AC/DC Thunderstruck in it, and messed around.
I love that song.
Yeah, and you look at it now, and it looks really, really cheesy. But at the time, I was like, man, I'm proud of myself. And so I did that and put it up on YouTube. And then at the same time, my youngest kid was getting to that age where he wanted to play video games with me, but he was just annoying. So I would basically put YouTube of the game. Yeah. And so he'd think he was playing. And then I started seeing he started watching all these other YouTube type videos, not comic related, but you know, the crazy stuff that's out there for kids, slime, right, and toy reviews and stuff. And I was like, you know, and you're kind of naive at the time going, man, these videos are getting millions and millions of views. I can do that. Anyone that starts YouTube knows it's not, the views don't just come like that. I mean, even today, I'm happy with where I am. I'm happy with the community that I've grown. And it's slow and steady. And like I tell everyone that's like, hey, you know, I want to do YouTube, but there's so many, they feel like the niche is so crowded. I always tell someone that might be like, you're talking about FOC. At one time, there wasn't many even weekly picks. Now there's a lot of weekly picks. That stuff grows, but you got to remember there's only one you. And that's why I tell everyone that people come to watch you, your personality, and you might have overlapping book, but you might also have stuff that another video might not have, or, you know, just because you always pick from your collecting style.
And I think a lot of it too is how different people actually translate what they're trying to say, right? Like we're going to do the Falcon Winter Soldier review probably today, I'm assuming. You think we're the only ones? No, right? But it's how different people like do it. And then, you know, a lot of people will like hearing from one group versus the other group and stuff like that.
Yeah, everyone has a perspective about it.
Yeah. And so speaking of FOCs, so one of the things we're actually proud about is this guy right up here, I would probably say left arm. Mr. Left Arm right up here. I mean, Gomez has to be the right arm, right? I mean,
Knockout, bro.
Well, I'm left-handed.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Well, then you and Josh will get along just fine then. So Josh and us as a group, we're actually starting to do FOCs for CBSI, and I know you do it too. I know you got a lot of views. So just out of curiosity, how do you choose your books? Like, what are you looking for in the FOCs? Is it just pure what you like, or?
It's a combination. A lot of it is what I like, because I don't want to be. We always talk about integrity on the channel, right? So I don't want to sit there and just talk about books that I don't like. I will talk about books that I don't like, but I also say, hey, I'm not too high on this book, but I could see it being popular. But I also never, ever, ever will tell someone go buy a book. It's always, hey, I'm a firm believer. It's your money. You're the one that controls your collection. You know, you can listen to people and form an opinion. I'm just offering an opinion when I think about the book. I'm not sitting there. I'll never tell someone, hey, you need to go buy this book. I will recommend, hey, this is a great read, and pick it up. But I'll never flat out say, hey, you need to go buy this. I'm not a comic book broker. I just like voicing my opinion on books that I think. And so it's kind of an overlap of stuff that I really like, and then stuff that just from trends, anyone that's been around it long enough kind of knows, hey, first appearance, or there's a first appearance and there's a 1 in 50 and it's a hot artist, or it's just kind of trends. But 80% of it is my reading enjoyment. That's why I'm high on indie comics mostly.
You get recognized a lot, like say around town, when like as far as like people like or other collectors say, like say if you ever go to a comic shop, and somebody says, oh God, there's Brian from Simpleman's Comics. I wonder if I could ask him about his opinion regarding such and such book, because sometimes I get that every once in a while, because not to
you're high, dude.
You're a little different. You're 7 feet tall, bro. Like,
I mean, I stick out, so I can't really hide very much. Hell, I got banned from 2 shops, so like
he's got his camera on the other side of the room right now, so he can
yeah. So no, like sometimes you go into a shop and somebody recognizes you, be like, I know that guy, and they ask your opinion. You get somebody around town to come up to you and just say, hey, Ryan, what's up?
It happens rarely, especially because I'm in a smaller area of Southern Maryland. So
okay.
There's a smaller Third Eye Comics near me that I go to, and every now and then I'd run into someone, they'd be like, hey, I actually watched your show. And then there was one, I put a hold on a book. I want to say it was like the Middleton Batgirl comic, right?
Right.
Yeah. And I put a hold on it. I went to pick it up. And when I walked in there, they gave it to me, and another guy came in, asked for it. They didn't have the book anymore. And then he said, hey, I know you. I watch your show. You really help out a lot. And it's just like, hey, I know you were asking for this book. Here, why don't you go ahead and take it? Because
right.
I would have never done that.
Do you know I Got Freaking Issues?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on the show.
I sent him one also a while back, just because I that was also during the big DCBS days where you could get books for kind of cheaper.
Right.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered some from there as well. Now, not too long ago, like a month ago, I went up to the big Third Eye store in Annapolis, like their flagship store.
Right.
And I was picked up some books, masked up, and went to the register to cash out, and they had an excellence behind them on the like Picks of the Week or something like that. Right. I was talking about, I like that book. That's a really great book. And they're like, yeah, have you talked about it? We had so-and-so in here for a signing, and it just came natural conversations like, yeah, actually, I just interviewed Brandon Thomas and Kari Randolph on my channel for their Kickstarter. And then the manager's like, what's your name? And I was like, Brian Wood. And she's like, why didn't you say it was you? And I was like,
this is it. Have you not paid attention to this part, the important part?
Yeah, but yeah, and I always say not the writer, not the comic book writer, but so yeah, it happens every now and then, but it's still like, and me, I'm just happy to talk about comics. Sometimes I've gone to the comic book store and I've walked out with nothing, just gone in there and talked about comics.
Yeah. I got a question, man. What you reading now, man? What's up in your collection now, man? What you reading?
I read. To tell you right now, I read mostly indie books. Big two wise, I'm reading Thor. I like that. I liked Morrison's Green Lantern that just ended. I'm excited for the new Green Lantern. Far Sector's been great for as far as Green Lantern wise. This is gonna shock a lot of people. I read it every now and then, but I'm not a big Venom person.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I do like James Tynan's current run on Batman. I'm super excited to see Tom Taylor write Batman the Detective. I just picked up the new Nightwing with Tom Taylor, and but I'm also reading a lot of what's indie wise it's picked up right now. Of course, I read a lot of Boom, love Boom. They've had a killer year between Department of Truth, Once and Future, Red Mother, Seven Secrets. Image has gotten back their mojo between.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, for sure.
I meant something that's killing the children. I got my James Tynan mixed up.
Yeah, that's all right, man. it's indie stuff, man.
Yeah, it's indie. All that. Stuff.
And I just gave away that 1 in 1,000 John Boy.
Seen that.
Keanu Reeves signed.
Nice.
So that was given to me. I'm not allowed to say by who, but so
who? No, I'm just kidding.
I really like. I was like, it's like sending your kid off to college or something at the time, man. You're like, man, this is a gorgeous book, but
I don't want to give this up.
If it feeds the comic community, I love it, and I hope it. I kind of hope. I don't want to say I don't care if it went to a collector or a flipper, but in your heart of hearts, you kind of hope it went to some like huge freaking Berserker fan, Keanu Reeves fan that's going to store that in their PC and keep it. But at the same time, as much as that book has been going for, I'm not knocking anyone for selling it either.
Yeah, you can't knock the hustle, right?
Real quick, man, my man Biggs with the $2 super chat. Shout out to my brothers East Meets West, loving the new shows, brother. Thank you very much, Biggs. Shit, man. Biggs. Yes. So, yeah, man. Anybody got questions, Ben?
I recently watched your FOC you did. And I see that because I'm a big fan of it too. Is Kanto? So Kanto has a new story. It's the one it's called
the Giants.
The Giants. So it's issue number 1. It's gonna be a 3-parter. And you were saying that it was gonna be option with what's called Will Smith and Jada Pinkett for a cartoon series, correct?
Right. Kanto. Kanto itself's been picked up for an animated feature by. I forget the name of their production company, but it's Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smiths. So
Giants. Yeah. I'm like I said, like stuff that it just shows right there. We do our FOC, but you do your own. It's good to watch ours and watch somebody else's because you'll miss some stuff that we don't. Because we said in the beginning, we don't show every single book. We just go by based on what things that we think that are good stories to at least pick up by choice. And you have your own taste. So that's
the same way. You couldn't go through. I mean, it'd be forever to go through the whole final.
Yes.
Not to mention, it's hard to find now with Luna and all these other. It was so much easier when it was just Diamond.
Yeah, you could go forever, man.
Oh man, I'm kidding. So I said not getting any Star Wars books.
I do actually. I have picked up. I do like Bounty Hunters. I haven't been reading like the regular Star Wars, High Republic, and I've been saying it that IDW High Republic Adventures to me, I love that much more. I won't say much more. I like it more than the Marvel High Republic.
Okay.
Okay. It's good to know.
Yeah, that title right now, the IDW High Republic, is still underrated. Like
I'm a bandwagon guy. I'm late to the game. Like I used to pick up some Star Wars books, but I can't say like, hey man, I've been reading Star Wars forever. I caught it when the research of Mandalorian and Star Wars itself started picking up again.
Right.
I'll pick some up now. I'd probably say I started right when the Rise of Kylo Ren miniseries came out. Is when I started getting back into Star Wars books.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing these indie spotlights for CBSI with Thoro on his channel, and like I used to read indie books, but now they getting me more deep into this indie stuff, and a lot of indie shit is getting better than these two main things, like you said earlier. And my man Sam Classical right here has a good question. He says, "What is an indie title you think the community is missing out on?"
That's hard right now because the natural cycle of indie books is it kind of really shoots off. Yes,
that was a good fucking read. Yes, it was.
And normally, like if you followed indie books, they usually they'll take off real quick, and then a couple months down the road they kind of fizzle out again. But he brought up Nottingham. Man Cave Studios is between Knights of the Golden Sun, Honor and Curse, and Nottingham, and that's not to talk about any of the other titles because there's so many great titles between Stargazer, Villainous, Over the Ropes. If you're a wrestling fan, you haven't read Over the Ropes, definitely suggest you do, especially if you're a 90s Attitude Era type wrestling fan.
What is it? Over the Ropes?
It's called Over the Ropes. Jay Sandlin wrote it. And then Stargazer's been great too, but Josh nailed it. I think Nottingham right now, if you aren't, of course, I think First Prints are going for like $30 now.
Yeah, about $25-$30 right now.
Yeah.
That's like their market.
And I will tell you, like, I don't know if they sold out, but like 2 days after release, when I started seeing the prices go up on eBay, madcavestudios.com. If you can't get to your LCS, check their website out because they have them. They'll have them up there, and they ship pretty decent compared to Archie.
Yeah, that's where I got mine from. Was directly from them.
Yeah.
You know, most shops did not carry that at all. So
yeah, and Mark London, the CEO of Mad Cave, nicest guy.
Yeah, another one. Boom. They ship their shit real good, man.
Yes,
real good. Yeah.
Especially if you ordered variants. Because at one time I ordered back when they had their Sons of Anarchy series.
Yeah.
Or the 1 in 50. I think it might have been like issue 17, one of the last issues, which was like the all black, the Jax Teller, where it's part face, part skull.
Yeah.
And I ordered it and they shipped it like no cardboard, just bag and board, and it got all dinged up. And I emailed them like, hey, they're like, sorry, we normally, and especially incentives, we normally cardboard protect them and everything.
We just hired a new guy. My bad. We'll have a conversation with him.
Yeah, and they had a Kurt Sutter autographed one also, but that was for it was for Sons of Anarchy.
Dude, I didn't know they did a Sons of Anarchy comic.
Yes, they did
too.
Yeah, they did. That was like a while ago.
I have a couple in my collection. Yeah.
I need this.
You guys. Sorry, Joker, but you guys make
real
really.
quick. I was gonna just tag along. They made some amazing covers to that, but that was it.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah. No, all I was gonna say is, I think that's one thing maybe a lot of people don't know is like you can actually go straight to a lot of these places for a lot of this stuff.
Oni Press is like that. Yeah,
and sometimes collectors, I guess some of us, sorry, we can be one track mind is eBay.
Yeah,
and not even, and then sometimes like the prices will go up a little higher. But there's a lot of things. There's a lot of places where if you know where the variant is made from, or if you know where the comic is coming out of, you can actually just go straight there, and it'll be a lot cheaper sometimes. Some people on eBay are actually taking advantage of the point that some people may not know this. So, but yeah, you guys make a good point. There's a lot of places. Sometimes you can just go straight to them.
Yeah,
a lot of times it'll be covered though too, because these companies don't care about making 20. They care about exposure of the book, of the title.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to get it out.
Yeah.
Source Point Press is another good one.
Yes.
Source Point Press.
Yeah. So yeah, awesome, man. Any more questions, guys?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna ask Brian. So what else you got on your channel? I noticed you had a couple unbox. What do you call it? Box breaks.
Oh yeah. So I kind of switched it up, like in the new year. And the main reason why also is because I took a new job last August. My normal my 9 to 5, I guess you call it, but it turned out to be a 5:30 to 6.
Sorry, yeah.
A lot of times, so it put a lot of schedule constraints, between that and then having a wife with 2 kids and everything. So everyone knows time is commodity. So it got harder to do the standing 4. We used to do 4 videos a week on the channel between Boat which was New Comic Book Day, 3 Up, 3 Down, which was like up and down market trends, FOC, and then we were also doing the back issue top 10 for a while. So I kind of wanted to, and you also get in like this creative rut where it's just like redundancy, and you're like, man, you do something different, but you can't do anything different because you're locked into those 4 videos. Because not only is it recording it, but then it's like 2 to 3 hours afterward editing or what you're going to do with it.
It's strain. It can be a strain sometimes.
So I want to do different types of videos. I honestly in kind of a creative rut where I did some box breaks, do some unboxings. I want to go back to like comic 101 type stuff also, because I think we get complacent and like, hey, everyone is the same level or has been collecting comics for as long as we have. one thing I see, I won't say a shortage of, but a lot of people aren't addressing, hey, what about new people coming into the hobby? You know, or hey, you want to come into the hobby, but that's what I want to work on is how to collect comics, or you know, you want to get into collecting comics. You see it all the time. They'll go, especially with every blockbuster movie now is a comic book movie. Then they go into your LCS, and it's like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I like Ant-Man.
Hey, you know what? Some of these comic shop owners aren't the easiest to talk to, too, man.
That's very true.
I remember when I wanted to get back in. What is this? 5-6 years ago, when I started to get back in, I asked the comic shop owner. I'm like, so you know, what should I buy? And I guess it's kind of a dumb question because I mean, it's kind of so broad. But I think the way he answered it was like, well, I don't know, like, what do you like?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I realized that I didn't know what I liked, so I was all like, well, what can you set me up with the most popular stuff right now? And at that time, I think it was like Deadpool. And so Deadpool was hot like about, maybe 5-6 years ago. He was super big. So I was like, okay, set me up with that because I didn't know, you know, what to collect. I had like zero ideas. So I think that's a great idea. And I hope a lot of new people coming in learn about it and at least watch it and stuff like that. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm still creatively treading water right now, but it's like working stuff out and like how I want to kind of do different types of videos, because that's one thing I've noticed also is you do a video and it sucks because sometimes there's videos and everyone's like, dude, that video is like the one that got the most views, but at the same time it's like, okay, that's fine, but I want to pivot now. I want to do something different.
Yeah, but your fans don't want you to pivot, right?
Some do, some don't, and it's weird. Like, yeah, you get some choice comments at times, but
yeah, for sure.
but I think every YouTube channel gets some choice comments. I'll put it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No. We all get thumbs downs on our channels and such, but
it is what it is. We can't control it.
Yeah, you can't control that. Hey, as long as we get a thumb, whether it's up or down, as long as we get a thumb.
Yeah, but I do want to know who that one person is, and I notice him on like every single person's video. That like as soon as a video goes up, this one person goes into everyone's videos and thumbs it down. I know it's the same person.
Even worse than that, John.
Lives a sad life.
Even worse than that, you know, like you'll see a stream and it's scheduled, and somebody hits a thumbs down on it already, and it's like, you haven't even started yet.
That's when you're like, yes, I made it.
That's how you know you made it.
That's true.
But yeah, hey Brian, thanks for being here. Are you be able to hang around for a little bit?
Yeah, definitely, especially if you're going to talk Snyder.
Is there anything else you want to talk about your channel?
Yeah, man.
So I do have something coming up this week. I'm actually started editing today. You guys are familiar? You guys have heard of Skybound, right?
Yep.
Skybound,
yeah, give you that.
Have you heard of Comics Vault Live?
No.
A lot of people haven't, right?
No.
It's almost like Sean Kirkham, the senior SVP of business development of Skybound. He got bored and basically wanted to do like a QVC for Skybound, right? So he Comics Vault Live. You've heard of the Skybound Expo they started doing online, right? Yeah. Well, Comics Vault Live kind of sometimes butts up into that, but they actually started doing it almost once a month. Where do you guys know Radiant Black?
Yep.
You know Invincible, right? Did you see these like off the wall kind of variants come out recently? They're going on eBay for like $200, $230. It'd be like a different variant that you're not used to seeing.
Like a store variant.
They were on Comics Vault Live. And there's another one coming this coming Friday, March 26th. Same day the Invincible animated series hits Amazon, by the way, which I'm super excited about. But he's going to have Ultra Mega, and that's all I can say right now because I don't know what's been announced and what hasn't been announced. But I have an interview with Sean Kirkham. I'm editing, and we'll go live on Simpleman's Comics on Tuesday to butt up against that new Comics Vault Live on Friday.
Nice.
But I would definitely look into it.
All right, definitely look into it. Check it out.
Yeah, but they sell. I mean, it's like sneakers or NBA Top Shop because they go live and they're selling out within like 3 minutes when their books go live.
Yeah.
So what website is this again? One more time.
He does it on there's Facebook live stream Comics Vault Live. If you go to go to Skybound's website, you can find it there, and then sign up for like the Skybound Insiders, and then you'll get email notifications as well.
There we go.
There you go, man.
But then that's why I wanted to do that interview because I don't.
You're here second, maybe. I don't know.
The Skybound, Skybound super Skybound fans are well aware of it, but I think there's a big part of the comic community that's not aware of it. And I want to say Jack, who's in the live stream also, I think he did an interview with Sean Kirkham as well.
Okay. Cool.
So
Right on, man.
There you go, man. All right. Natera was announced already as well.
Yeah, Mr. Bolo is here.
and I do want to give a shout out to Jack, aka Mr. Bolo. By
I was
the way.
gonna say, Mr. Bolo's here. What's up, my guy?
And I'm glad he's giving the announcements because I didn't want to say something that I'm like, oh, that wasn't out yet.
I
But
totally forgot. I was all like, you guys two are connected at the hip. I should have brought both of you guys. We should have brought both of you guys on.
Wait,
Yo-
what about Noctera? Noctera was announced already as well for.
yeah, there's a sketch, like a black and white
Oh, okay.
sketch variant for the Comics Vault Live. I think it might have a red foil too. That's one thing that they've liked in those Comics Vault Live is they like some foil variants. But yeah, they go for 9/8. I'm talking about CGC 9/8. They're selling for $70-$80, and they're instantly on eBay for like $200.
Jesus. Oh my god.
They had some of the Walking Dead Deluxe. They had like black and white sketch David Finch variants.
Yep. Yeah, they were like 1 in 50s, I think.
Yeah. But then they have these. They're like limited to like 200 copies total. Some of them.
Jesus, that's
Damn.
some rare stuff. Well, you heard it here second.
Yeah.
So definitely look
yes.
into it. Yeah, and sign up for that Skybound Insiders, and then you'll get emails for it as well. Because it's almost I like Skybound, but even then I was like, I know these things are existing, but when? And I had to finally start paying attention to it. To me, you ever see that movie The Night Before? It's like the Nutcracker Ball, man. Trying to get tickets to the Nutcracker Ball.
That's crazy.
That's dope, man. Oh,
Yeah.
so there you go, guys. There you go, man. Stay tuned for that, man. And what's good to know? That's good to know. There you go. Yeah, definitely Marco good groups, man. So yeah, let's move on, man, to the covers of the week, man. My man, Brian over here, he definitely contributed to some covers for this one, man. So let's get to that, man. I want to show off some of these covers because the guys picked out some dope covers, man. So yeah, man. Here you go. All right. So this week we picked Ghost Rider. This is something we came up off air. The Doom kind of came up with this one, which was a dope one. You know what I mean? Because Ghost Rider has tons.
Yep, a lot.
Tons.
And you know what it is? I think artists they have fun with this character. I mean, you got chains, you got motorcycles, you got skulls, you got fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're an artist or painter, whatever, well, same thing, I guess. But I mean, you could just have fun with this character, right? There's a lot you can do. And I think that's why probably some of these, I hate to say fire, but some of these are fire, bro. Like some of these are crazy fire. Ghost Rider is, if you're a cover guy, I'm telling you, Ghost Rider is definitely an easy pick for you.
Yeah, I agree, man.
No doubt.
I agree, man. So yeah, man. First off, we have who the hell is we sharing? This is Broski. Broski, this is your books, man.
Your boy.
All right, man.
Yeah. This one's a Mike Del Mundo variant. This is the hard to find. This one's a 1 in 50 Venom 12. It's the Jack O' variant.
Damn it, man! I'm sorry, Gomez. I forgot all about this cover. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this one's a dope ass cover. This one's a ghost. This one's a hard
crazy hard to find.
This is when variants actually meant something. This is around that 2011, 2012 era.
No.
Right?
This is this Venom run.
Yeah.
This is this Venom run. This
No,
is
no,
like
no.
This is the old one.
Not Gates.
No, it's not Gates. This is old.
This is not
old.
Gates.
Oh, bro. This is 20.
Wait, I thought this was. I thought this was Gates.
No, this is way back.
No. This is like 2012. This is when they did the whole Venomized series.
Yeah.
And like the Iron Man 512. Another one. But, crazy.
Sweet.
Yeah, these ones are old. These ones are like that's, I don't know, but this is a dope one. I think Doom showed this one time in one of your halls.
So I don't know who it was. I don't know, maybe Simpleman, but you remember like somebody was hoarding all of these Venomized covers, and then I think they just released a bunch of them on eBay at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like because the Iron Man 512 popped out, this Venom number 12 popped out, the what else came out? What was that? That X-Men one popped out. Like there was a whole
the X-Men.
There was a whole bunch that just all of a sudden just came out. And it was this one shop. It was this one shop that I guess was just hoarding these Venomized covers. and then all of a sudden on eBay, maybe like 2 years ago, and I was able to pick one up, and yeah, Broski picked a good one because this thing is like, whew, this thing is not easy.
There's 2 on eBay. There's a 9.6 guy wants 1,500, and then there's a raw that's not a 9.8 for certain that he also wants $1,500.
You know what? One of them is Freddy's 562, so don't buy it. Check the buyer.
but the thing is you've got 20 and 30 people watching these books respectively, which means it's like it's close to being probably what it should be going for, and someone's just waiting for it to maybe drop a little bit lower.
Yo, I love these Venomized from 20. Yeah. I think it's 2012. Something around there. My favorite has to be the Iron Man 512. That thing is a fucking beast, bro. But anyway, sorry, Gomez. Great cover, man. Great choice.
You're excited Doom, bro. You're excited Doom, Gomez.
You guys know me. I'm a cover guy. Yeah. I'm not the reader. You guys know this. When it comes to reads, I like indie stuff. Yeah. So this is stuff that gets me excited, bro.
I can tell. I can tell.
There you go. Move on. You want me to move on, broski?
Nah, we can still talk about this.
let's keep talking about it.
Nah, let's go next.
All right, next. All right, so there you go, man.
This one is actually it's a affordable book, but this is the last issue. I think the first volume, I believe, 81. So it's I know that Doom preached a lot. If you can't get the first, get the last issue. And sometimes last issues are very hard to find. And this one, I don't see that often in LCS. If I do, I'm sleeping on it. So I was able to do some research on Ghost Rider and figured out that this was the last issue of that run. So
yeah, last issues are usually low print run. And number 2, the other thing with this is that if you look at the whole left side, it's all black. So this in a high grade is miserable.
Yeah, definitely, man. So we're moving on, man, to the last book Broski picked, and he picked this one.
This was a Mike Djurkovic cover. This is this is off of Omnibus, I believe, and that's why I picked it up. Yeah, Omnibus.
This is because you could get this one too. I think Ghost Rider issue 29 is the thing. I think the Omnibus got the cover from that issue.
Yeah, because I just like the fact that it was dope because the way they had it when I was looking to research. But yeah, it's a dope ass cover.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy how undervalued Djurkovic is outside of that Ultimate Fallout 4 variant.
Yeah, right?
It's unreal. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
I might have to put that one on the list, Doom.
Collected, but not
respected, but not
collected. There you go. Respected, but not
somebody write that down, please.
Oh my god! All right, so that was Broski. You picked some dope ones, brother. All right, no doubt. Next up is gonna be James.
Yeah, I was honestly just waiting for everybody to do their picks because I knew some people weren't gonna grab some of these underrated ones like this Ghost Rider, like 28. Like it's a polybag issue, but you can throw a rock and find this thing anywhere. I mean, for me, like I found this one in an antique shop where, believe it or not, if you look hard enough, sometimes you'll find some of them signed. And I bought this just like whatever. Like this is like it's a really dope cover because if you look closely, he's riding up a building. With the chain, and it's like that is just an awesome cover. But like some of these books, you'll find it in like dollar bins and antique shops. Some of them could be signed, and the one I found was signed by Joe Kubert and Andy Kubert on the cover. Like little did you know, somebody was just writing on gold, but but just the cover itself. I mean, imagine what the original art for this thing goes for.
Even the UPC of it is dope.
Yeah,
like that. I agree, Josh, because like for me, like it'll probably come up on the next book you bring up, but one of my every character has that signature artist. Like Jim Lee has X-Men, and then of course you got Todd McFarlane with Spider-Man. Mark Texeira was Ghost Rider. Was the Ghost Rider artist when this?
That's funny.
There's always that artist that attributes to that title, and like that UPC box that Josh was referring to. That's a Texeira artwork right there.
Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. So the next book you got, James, in is going to be, there you go. So
iconic.
Such an underrated cover, too. And it's a first glow-in-the-dark cover, And like you still find this like in a dollar bin and hold it up to the light so you get charge it up so you let it glow in the dark. And it's so awesome that like there's a second print. It's got the gold background. And like I said, Texeira he just murders it with this stuff, man. Like the way he just draws stuff, especially this cover is definitely my favorite like Ghost Rider cover, probably of a lot. God, it's hard to put this against anything else, but it's definitely iconic and has that signature look to it.
Yes.
You know what it is just that nostalgic wise, it's probably your favorite. But there's so much great things that come up. It's kind of hard to say. But honestly, it's probably your favorite. Like, and I can see why. I mean,
yeah, because like that's one of the biggest mysteries. Doom is like it's such an awesome cover, and it's such an obtainable cover. You know, it's so affordable. Where it's like, why is this book like not $100 book or something like that? Because like for one, it's the first glow in the dark cover.
Mm-hmm.
And just the look of the cover is so menacing where it's like there's a lot of other hot covers out there, but I just scratch my head on why this book is like not more than like $5, $10.
No, yeah. Cheap book.
Yeah, cheap book.
So last book you picked was boom.
Dude, Gil Kane. I mean, enough said. Gil Kane, great Ghost Rider #1, Damien Hellstrom cameo in here, and this is another obtainable copy. You get this one for a decent price. It's not hard to find, and it's just awesome. It's got a lot of action going around with the cops and Ghost Rider himself, and it's just a classic cover, man. And like I mean, I like this cover, but like I said, when it comes to like the Texiera run of Ghost Rider, that one was just it just spoke to me. But also like the Gil Kane cover, here for Ghost Rider 1 is also like a landmark issue as well, and I love it.
Yeah. Dope, man.
It's also a very hard book to get in high grade. Like even like I've seen so many copies that like you would think they were high grade and they don't come back that way. This one and obviously Spotlight 5 just so tough to get in high grade.
And I'll know the answer from you when I say, do you know why?
Huh?
And you know why, right?
Why they're hard to get in high grade?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I already know the answer, but I'm just wondering if you know the answer because it's an obvious answer.
What's dark cover? What?
Black.
Yeah.
Black cover.
Yeah.
Because most of those Ghost Rider covers are black, and it's like as soon as you get one tick, man, it just ruins your life.
Yeah.
I don't know if this still stands true, but do you guys remember that? I think the first appearance of Ghost Rider in the 9.8 was actually more expensive than any other Bronze Age book. Just because to find that book, particular in the 9.8, is just ridiculous because
it's
of
insane.
Yeah, so I think it's actually. I don't know if it still goes, but I remember at one time it was worth more than a 181, which was the major Bronze Age.
Are you talking about Ghost Rider 1 or Marvel?
No, Spotlight.
Spotlight 5.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it still stands true, but there was a time Spotlight 5 was worth more than 181 in the 9.8.
Right.
And yeah, it just because it's so dark.
High grade Ghost Rider is a challenge, like because a lot of the covers are black, indeed.
Yeah. There you go, James. Appreciate you sharing, brother.
Yeah.
Hey. Next up is go.
So real quick, the last Marvel Spotlight 5, according to GPA, the last 9.8 sold 5 years ago for 48,500.
5 years.
5 years ago.
Jesus.
Peter Pork Eye trying.
And I think a Hulk 181 just recently broke 50 grand in a 9.8.
Yeah, so you could imagine if somebody releases that 9.8 Spotlight 5. I mean, how much?
100 grand.
Yeah,
it's a challenge. It really is.
All right. So that was James' picks, man, and these are Dooms. These are Doom's picks.
Yeah. So this book really doesn't go for that much, but I remember I was digging one day, just through dollar bins and all that stuff, and I saw this, and I was just like, "This thing's pretty sick." I've never seen Ghost Rider in the blue flame versus the red flame, and so I didn't really know too much about it as far as like Danny Ketch or whatever. But I just remember seeing it, and ever since I saw it, it's not an expensive book. I think this whole, what is it, like five-part series?
Yeah, 5-part series.
It doesn't go for that much, but I mean, the cover is just like crazy, and I just had to add it to the list for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, definitely, man. Next up we have here is going to be this one. Dope cover.
You know what? I think James kind of said it. There's certain combinations that when it comes to comics, as far as an artist and a superhero or villain, like they just kind of mesh well. I think we're going to talk about one of them today.
Yes.
And but for me, when it comes to like Ghost Rider and Clayton Crane, like just that two combos alone is just like it just works well. The way that he does his art, and just everything about him, and then you add Ghost Rider. Like, I think he always takes it up to another level. It's kind of funny you show that, because I think I actually. Oh, never mind. Okay. But yeah, no, I thought I was going to show it today, but. And again, not an expensive book, really not. But just, you know what? That last raw copy might even be mine too. I might. But yeah, like, just such a sick cover. Like I said, Clayton Crane. I think King of the Golden State mentioned, there's certain people, right? If you go this superhero and this artist, we all like it. That is whatever, that is how things will always be versus against, right? To me, Clayton Crane and Ghost Rider, just freaking sick, bro.
Perfect example to cut in and piggyback, but like, we all saw Jim Lee draw Spider-Man, right? Are we all crazy about Jim Lee drawing Spider-Man compared to Jim Lee drawing like Wolverine or Cyclops?
No. I'd rather him draw Wolverine or Cyclops. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you see Spider-Man, you're like, this doesn't fit.
Yeah, Jim Lee X-Men, right? I mean, just like that is that's my
yeah, true that. Yo, but the last book you got, Doom, is a book that I love too, and I want, man. One day, but this is going for crazy money.
Is this the Neil Adams one?
Yes, this one.
Yes. Oh my god!
Hey, stimulus money. Here you go. Stimulus.
Nah, I can't. Nah.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know if we're getting that. I mean, me personally. Secondly, this book is just. So honestly, if you want me to be quite honest, it's not the dopest Ghost Rider book out there as far as art wise, but one, you got the combination of Neil Adams, and two, for people that know me, just hard to find stuff is always in my wheelhouse, and this is just one of those things that I mean, they're out there. I don't know if I'm willing to pull the trigger. You know what I mean? A 94400 isn't too bad, but. It's just like, what else would I rather buy for $400? Just
new golf set.
No, dude. Hey, honestly, like, not to get off subject, but my son needs a new golf set, and it's like stimulus money. Like, it's $1,200 like for a new golf set. So $400 won't even do it. But dude, this thing. One day, one book at a time, and this is definitely on the I guess it's on the list. But I've been wanting this bad boy for a while, my guy.
All right, yo, real quick, man. I think my man Mr. Bolo was trying to drop a link. You wasn't moderated, that's why you couldn't drop the link. But I added you as a moderator if you want to drop that link for Peter Porker. All right.
Comics Vote Live.
Yeah. So yeah, Doom. Awesome picks, man. This right here, I got it on my radar, bro. I just can't for 94400. That's just I can't.
Yeah,
I'll buy it for myself. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. One day.
Exactly. The one day.
Hey, buy it for your son.
Yo, next up is gonna be me, my books, man, and then obviously I had Marvel Spotlight number 5. My guys already kind of spoiled it already by talking about it, but nonetheless, this is just one of the books I want and I need in my PC. The fucking prices on these is just going crazy on this book. It's gonna get even crazier once this guy's even talked about being back in the MCU. First appearance of Origins of Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze, man, Marvel Spotlight number 5. Awesome cover here. To get this shit in a high grade is tough. And if you do get in a high grade, you're gonna spending a lot of money for it. All right, guys.
So you're gonna take a lot of money if you find it for nothing.
True that, man. So that was my pick there, man. So next up is gonna be here, Avengers 36. And yes, man, I see a lot of people getting tired of these timeless variants by Alex Ross, but Alex Ross is a dope ass artist. And dude, this one right here was one of the best ones from the timeless variants. This one, Silver Surfer, was pretty dope. The Black Bolt was pretty dope. But we're talking about Ghost Rider right here, man. And the last raw copy I saw on eBay was $14 or best offer. So maybe $10. Who knows? You know
what?
That's still good for cover price book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, man. Next up, and the last book I picked was gonna be Bam, Ghost Rider issue number 1, the Delato variant, guys. This is a book I purchased myself because doing the research of these Ghost Rider books. So I believe this on Doom. This is a Doom buy right here. But yeah, man, Delato, Ghost Rider, you can't go wrong, man. Delato is killing everything. This is the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. So yeah, man, last roll copy sold for $12 of just this one, but they also have a set of the black and white too, and they come poly.
There's a Sad Lemon and Frankie's.
Yes. So those were my picks, guys, man. But we have Mr. Bolo. I mean, Mr. Bolo. We have my man, the Simples man, got his picks, and mind you, man, me and him think a lot alike.
We both picked this, and I picked another one. He's like, I picked that one too. And I was like,
but we'll talk about it. I think it's the next one. Yes, this is it right here. Go ahead, brother.
So yeah, this was one like you talked about the timeless variant. When these Battle Lines variants came out, this is one that I immediately picked up, pre-ordered in like a 9.8 on the websites that the subscribers for, because just a great cover for it. And it looks like 9.8s right now are going for like $120, and there's a bunch of them. It looks like there's 157 9.8s right now in the census. So,
yeah,
but
it's a sweet cover, beautiful cover.
That is an awesome cover,
and it's one of those ones that looks even better when it's slabbed.
Yes. So yeah, man, dope pick, man. This is one of the me and my man Brian over here kind of bumped in, but I gave it to him. I was like, he's I guess I gotta give it.
He was like, I'll find another. He's like, no, you take it. And then of course, following up with Doom, like this series, this whole 1 through 6 Marvel Knights. Like I'm not a huge Ghost Rider fan, but the Marvel Knights series from 2005 is one that I really read back in the day. That hey, I don't like Ghost Rider, but I actually like this one. And like Doom said, Clayton Crane on all these covers are fantastic, and you can get that whole 1 through 6 series raw right now on eBay for $20.
Oh yeah, it's affordable for sure.
That's pretty dope, man. And the last book my man Brian picked was gonna be, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so there you go, man.
Right on.
Sharing. And those were our covers of the week. Ghost Rider. We'll think of something for next week. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Unless somebody
it'll come to you.
It'll come, you know. But yeah,
we already figured it out. No, maybe. And all right.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Cool.
We'll talk about it.
Go on.
Man, but before we talk about Snyder's Cut, and what is it, Falcon and Winter Soldier, man, I do want to get talk about my man Mike Morello, man, from CBSI, man, doing the cover tunes, man. And shout out to him, man, for doing these dope ass covers for us, man. We did cover Fire on Thursday when we did our new comic.
Mike Morello, that's a good dude.
Yeah, I've been talking to him recently on IG. He's a great dude. Hell yeah, man. So yeah, man. Let me see where he's at. Right there, man. This week, man. If you check out CBSI, man. Let me just share this before anything else, man. And can I just do this, man? Let me see. Hold up, guys. Give me a second, man. We're doing cover tunes for CBSI, man, and shout out to CBSI, man, for giving us a chance to do these cover stuff, man. We got cover tunes and cover Fire, man, and both of them done by Mike Morello, man. Awesome covers that he picked for cover Fire last week. This week we're going to talk about Frank Thorne. He picked Frank Thorne, and if you go to CBSI comicbookinvest.com and go look at what I think is 151 of cover tunes, he's making a tribute to Frank Thorne.
Yeah, he recently passed away.
Yeah, so this guy right here, man, he's big on him, big time, man. His collection, you'll see throughout the slides here, man. Let me just take this off here. You'll see that he's pretty, a serious collector when it comes to Frank Thorne. All right, guys, man. So let me just go back to my.
Well, while you're getting that set up, Frank Thorne is one of those artists that, like King of the Golden State was just mentioning, as far as like there's certain characters, right? Certain superheroes. Exactly. That are drawn by certain people, and the combination of Frank Thorne and Red Sonja, not to spoil it, but I thought it was going to pop up, okay, there you go. The combination of Frank Thorne and Red Sonja, now that becomes the, what am I trying to say? That becomes the image that always will stick with us as far as Red Sonja will go.
Yeah.
Is somebody you're best known for, like that artist is best known for certain characters.
Yes, and Frank Thorne is best known for Red Sonja. Whatever you got pictured, you reading Sonja and you're looking at Sonja from back in the 80s and 70s and stuff. Yeah, this is what you see. This is what you think of.
Exactly.
He did 22 issues of that volume, And when Frank Thorne did issues, he did the cover art, the interior, and some of the lettering too as well. So for the first 22 issues of that volume of Red Sonja, he did a lot of the work of it. So he put pride in that from what I was reading, as opposed to that character.
Yeah, I agree, Broski. And right here, Mike Morello's showing off some of his foreign collection that he has on his collection so far, man. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope, man. I'm pretty impressed there, man. So after that, man, he's showing off the art of Frank Thorne, published in 1978 in multiple colors. You know, they got red, yellow, and purple. But he says, but no priorities, no. You know, but these books, man, I ain't going front, man. Talking to Mike Morello, he got me to buy one of these books. I'm not gonna say because I'm gonna show it off next week when it comes for East Meets West. But he got me to buy one of these books. I'm not gonna tell you which one though.
Right on.
So yeah, next one is gonna be this one here. This one here is an original published page and color guide. Mike Morello, he owns this, showing Frank's pencil, ink, and painted colors, with handwritten notes in Frank's handwriting. So, which is pretty impressive, bro.
That's pretty dope. Having a normal original art. That's awesome.
Yeah. William Medina brought out a good point, and it's actually in the article where he talks about he actually did a lot of stuff for Playboy. And,
we're coming up with that. We're coming up with that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Spoiler alert.
So there you go. These are prelim pencils for a Playboy magazine gag comic with Hugh Hefner's note to Frank Thorne. So on the left side up there, you see Hugh Hefner writing a note to Frank Thorne about what he wants in the image. So yeah, pretty fucking dope, man, right?
Yeah, Moonshine McJugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the name. That's actually the
name. There you go. There you go, man. There's a sample of Moonshine McJugs, like Broski said, from Erotic World from Frank Thorne, issue number 2, by Fantagraphics.
And he also Frank Thorne. He did 6 issues of the World of Frank Thorne. He did 6 issues in the 1991. So he did not just the issue, but he had 6 issues of that whole run.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's got that Red Sonja vibe. It's got that Red Sonja with the blonde hair, vibe.
Yeah.
That's actually what it is, right?
Yeah. And this one right here is pretty dope, man. There's a prelim cover. He wrote on his article an entire 23-page comic, not shown for Red Sonja number 9, signed by Frank Thorne in Mike Morello collection. But I want to read something because I wasn't understanding this. And through DMs or whatever we was talking about, and I was like, how you want me to say this because I don't understand this. So he put it down. So I own the complete book, cover and every page of Red Sonja issue number 9 as prelim pages. Not the final art, but every panel of the book with both Frank Thorne's and Roy Thomas's notes in the margins, signed and the cover and the title splash by Frank, and on a couple of random pages by Roy Thomas. It was used for layout before the final art was completed. In Thorne's case, though, his prelims are almost identical to the final art, very detailed. So,
damn,
there you go, man. So he owns like every page, front cover and all.
Damn,
my God.
Yo, shout out to Mike Morello, man. That's pretty dope, man.
That's a collector right there.
Yes. So next up, man, we have pencils by Frank for our fighting forces. Not only does he these beautiful girls, Red Sonja and stuff like that, but he does male characters too. And this is just an example Mike Morello wanted to show.
That's a lot of sick detail, man. That is.
And not just that. In DC, he also did a few other books. He also did House of Mystery. If you didn't know, from between 1970 and 1976, he did House of Mystery just to name a few: 223, 218, and 244. So if you got those books in your PC or somewhere, Lane, you might not know that's done by Frank Thorne. There's like three different stories in there, but there might be something that he had the artwork into those books. So just a little side note on the DC House of Mystery.
Yes, sir. Broski on point with that one. All right. So next up, we have Erotic Worlds of Frank Thorne, issue number 6. Dope ass cover here, man. I think I think there's a poster to this too that goes for more money than the book itself. So
this is funny. So this is the part of the article I thought was hilarious. So I guess Frank Thorne, all he ever wanted to do was draw Red Sonja naked, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he wanted. He's all like, "Yo,
That's all I wanted.
can I just draw Red Sonja naked?" And Marvel's all like, "No, you can't." So he's all like, "You know what? I'm gonna make this.
Yeah.
I'll make this, and I'll make it happen." We were all thinking it. We're all thinking it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, does a carpet really match the drape? I'm just kidding.
Oh man, yeah. So this was published by Fantagraphics from 91, man. All right. So next up we have here is gonna be Femme Fantastic issue number 3, guys. Beautiful cover, published by Paragon from 1978. Front cover was done by Dick Giordano. And the back cover is where it shines, man, with the article of Frank Thorne, not the article, the layout, the pinup.
Yeah.
You know what question I had as soon as I saw this? I was like, I wonder if Frank Choi, is it Frank Choi?
Frank Thorne.
Thorne.
No.
Frank Cho.
What was Choi?
Frank Cho.
Oh,
Frank Cho.
Frank Cho?
Frank Cho.
I wonder if Frank Cho is inspired because they both like their women kind of thick.
Yeah.
Frank Cho has a lot of Red Sonja covers too.
Yeah. I was just curious because this is not. They like them thick, bro.
Yeah, that's why Frank Cho got kicked off Wonder Woman.
Right? issue number 3 or 4 or something. They're like, you had it. You had enough.
They drew the line.
I won't say kicked off. That's not the right word, but
yeah.
This right here, I know he put in an article that necessarily it's not expensive good on low grade, but if you find it if you want it at a high grade, you're gonna pay not crazy money, but you're gonna pay a little bit, So next up we have here is gonna be Red Sonja number 9. He put it in published, like we talked about earlier, by Marvel in 78. So move on from there. And then we got Ribbit issue number 1 from Comico back in 89, published. Looked like another Red Sonja cover, y'all. He's just obsessed. Yeah.
Yo, is that the skateboard that used to have the slide rails on the side? I don't know. I don't know if there's any skaters here back in the day.
Nah.
You never used to skate back in the
yeah,
day.
it had the grind rails.
Yeah, the grind rails.
I had a Veriflex.
There you go. Look at you.
I couldn't afford the good ones.
So I got a couple more here from my man Morello. Then we have over here we have Fright, Son of Dracula issue number 1, published by Atlas Comics, man, back from 75, man. So, these Atlas books was getting kind of hot recently too, man. A lot of people have been picking them up. This one right here, I think I have it in my PC. Not sure.
That's a nice cover though.
Yeah,
definitely, man. Sweet, man. And I think the last one is gonna be over here, Amazing Heroes Swimsuit Special 92 issue number 3.
That's a dope one.
I got that one. I can't find it. It's around here somewhere.
Yeah.
But I definitely have that one for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's arm reach, your big ass, long ass hand.
Yeah, that one actually. It's Red Sonja and Gaida? His he drew Red Sonja, but Gaida. He really originally drew that character, the one on the right with the yellow hair instead of the red, because he was able to. When he did that character, from what I was reading, he was able to draw her nude, and that goes back to what Doom said. He wasn't able to do it with Red Sonja. He was, but with Gaida, he was able to transit and show a little bit more than what he wanted to do, which was draw nude pictures, and you can tell by the way that.
That's all I want to do is draw naked.
Like, come on, Marvel. Come on, baby. I just want to draw.
Yo, one nip. Give me one nipple. Come on, just give me one nipple.
Yo, shout out to Mike Morello for that one, man. That was dope, man. That's issue 151. I was right. 151 of Frank Thorne tribute. Every week he puts out different stuff. So, we'll shout it out over here in the show, man. And real quick again, man, shout out to CBSI, comicbookinvest.com, guys. Y'all already know. Y'all want to go check out some dope ass articles. This is the place to go. Awesome guys there, man. Awesome, writers over there and writing up dope articles. Bro.
I was just say CBSI has the best FOCs. I just want to let everybody know. Sorry, Brian.
But I do want to give a shout out to the other shows too, man, that we have going on with Pressable Defects doing their new combo day list with CBSI and the Indie Spotlight with Thoro, man. So shout out to those guys there, man, doing those things. Sure. And over here with the cover heat, cover tunes, and then the FOC on Friday, man. So you already know. Shout out to those guys. And
the top
10. Yeah, top 10 Tales from the Flip Side, man. Shout out to those guys doing those the top 10.
Official top 10. The real. I'm just saying.
You mean hot 10?
The hot 10.
The hot 10. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know what, man? Now that we talked about it, man, and we talked everything. Now, my man Brian said he was kind of excited to talk about this.
Yeah, because I gotta eat Major Crow on this.
Oh, okay. First of all, why?
I didn't like the first Justice League movie. Well,
I don't think nobody did, right?
You're in the same boat with a lot of people, man.
Yeah. Like even the Superman, I like Batman versus Superman better than Superman, and then I liked Wonder Woman. Didn't care for 84, but the first Justice League movie, it was like, what the hell did I just watch? Almost.
Yeah.
And so I went into this like going, what the hell can they really change from that movie? And the whole time I was sitting there like, yeah, I got to eat crow. I'm a dumbass on this one because I loved the Snyder Cut, and it was like a completely different movie almost. Still didn't care too much for Flash in it, but Cyborg was awesome in it. I still, from the moment they casted him, I love Affleck as Batman.
Yeah,
and I think he played a great Batman for Justice League. I wish we would have gotten that solo Batman, which they're saying now would have been a Batman Deathstroke movie, but yeah, that Snyder Cut was phenomenal.
Yes.
The epilogue was a little bit different. You know, I didn't care too much for that nightmare scene at the end. Sorry, I'm not trying to spoil it for people that haven't seen it.
That's why we're spoilers in the bottom. So
we're spoiling it.
But yeah,
I've never seen this movie.
It's one of the few movies that I watched Saturday night because I started at 6. I was like, I'll put it on. Loved, like, Friday morning as soon as I woke up, of course I went and watched Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier, but I was stalling and I was like, hey, I got some time, I'll go ahead and put it on, and I couldn't stop watching it. It's one of those movies that I can see myself watching again. And then now I hear that there's going to be like a black and white gray Justice League cut, or not cut but version.
Yeah, I mean, anybody else? James, I know you wanted to say it. I know you have your own video that you dropped, but
45 minutes of fun.
Speak about it, bro.
Oh God, look, I'll say what I said in my review. I loved it. It was better than Joss Whedon's Justice League by far.
Yes,
it still had issues. It still had flaws.
Okay,
you know? like, I mean, it wouldn't work in a theater, obviously. But you think back, if there wasn't a pandemic, would we have seen this whole thing at all in a theater? I mean, you never know. But
probably would have just left with Joss Whedon.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of this did happen. You know, like not just because people announced the Snyder Cut, but a lot of it did come around to happening because of this pandemic. That you had, you could watch something on HBO Max because theaters are closed, and they announced this whole thing was going to production in May of last year. So, I mean, you had an opening to do this, and that's great. I just wish they were able to flesh out a lot of the characters they fleshed into this 4-hour film into separate films, a la like what the MCU did. It doesn't make me an MCU like a Marvel fanboy. I'm just saying, as a formula, it's a lot easier to digest if this movie is like a 2.5-hour movie or a 3-hour movie tops.
Yeah.
If there was like, say, if they got that goddamn Flash movie like solo film out, like we had 2 Justice League cuts before one Flash movie. Think about that. The Batman movie, which should have happened, because like given the ending of this movie, I wanted to see a dynamic, more of a dynamic between Jared Leto and Ben Affleck, because a lot of people don't like Jared Leto as a Joker, but our opinions would have changed if we saw that solo film with more Jared Leto and Ben Affleck, instead of just getting little snippets of these guys, like either separate or sometimes together. And going back, like the ending of this hurt this movie for me. Like I did not need a nightmare sequence. I did not need Mira dragging a couple tanks of gasoline and a fucking trident trying to avenge Aquaman using that trident. Cut that shit. Cut that shit off.
Dude, you know what? I kind of like that there. Let's leave that there.
I'll go fuck. Fine.
James is gonna give back his $2. Here, have your $2 back.
Hey, look, I'm an equal opportunity comic fan. I am not just Marvel and DC. I want them both to succeed. But it's like having two children. One children does great, but the other one you're like, man, I really want you to do good, kid. Please, but you keep finding ways to fuck up. You did not need. I still love them. You still did not need that nightmare scene at the end, or at least move it somewhere in the movie, because, all right, I'm sure a lot of people agree with the fact that if fuck off, that's sad.
Real quick, man, a quick super chat $2, man. Please, James, Mike, please.
And no. Here's the thing. This movie should have ended with Superman running into the alley and just, turning into Superman flying off. And that would have made this movie an awesome film. To add more shit to the end, that was shit, man. I'm sorry. And the editing parts, it needed some more work on the editing, because there was a part where they felt like they just met Alfred for the first time during the movie. And they're like, didn't you guys see this guy earlier? Didn't you guys meet and have tea? It was just, there were some parts in there where I was like kind of scratching my head, but like, I don't need Martian Manhunter unless you're going to involve him.
All right, that's it. He's done.
If you guys want more, check out his video he did on the review.
Definitely check out. James' link to his channel is below. Never he dropped a video. Was it today? You dropped it, James?
Is my mic on? Am I good?
Yeah, your mic is on. You dropped it today?
Yes, today. It was today, this morning.
Yo, definitely check that out, man, because he's speaking about what he's saying here.
I'm a passionate film
They
fan,
made Aquaman better in that movie too.
Yes, I agree.
Like the original, he seemed like a hipster surfer, my man.
Yeah.
My man.
$2 super chase is James' stroke. He's just very passionate.
I'm sorry. I'm more passionate than Marky. And Marky could call me on that one. I don't care. I am more passionate as a film fan than Marky is when it comes to stuff like this. I don't care. I'll call him out. It frustrates me sometimes, as just somebody who's a fan of film, to see some stuff like that. Because, like I said, the nightmare scene did not need to be there.
All right.
Nah, he's ranting like Marky, not like
yeah.
All right. Go on. Go ahead and talk about how great it is. All right, next.
Hey, listen, Doom, you want to say something about this, or you haven't seen it yet?
No, I've seen it. it.
So what you guys say about it, brother?
So we just ruined it for you if you hadn't.
I haven't watched it.
Wait, what happened?
First hour and a half.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, it's good. It's cool. I don't.
Aren't you glad?
I go with the.
I know you'd have to watch the epilogue.
Aren't you glad I'm back?
No, I almost watched a 25-minute. I just want. I don't know. Like, go ahead, Doom.
No, Gomez, you're on the road, man. Go ahead.
But no, see when I was reading about it, I guess he was Snyder's cut. He was supposed to break into 3 different movies originally to bring Dark Side. That was originally the purpose, from what I've known when I was doing my research upon watching it. So for him to put it in 4 hours, I guess he just wanted the fans. He did it for the fans to bring that hope, give more out to what he was planning to do. So I kind of respect that, because a lot of people had a lot of issues with the first movie, because he was working on the progress of making that movie better by doing 3 movies. But doing this, I appreciate it more. So a lot of people may hate it, but I enjoy the fact, even though I didn't watch all of it, I enjoy the fact that he is able to put something out to show respect towards the movie, because he said something on that he really cares for the actors, and he really wanted to do something because the actors look like they're getting portrayed negatively towards the movie. So doing this, he kind of respect them. So I respect that. So my aspect of going into the movie, watching the rest 2.5 hours, I will always watch it with a blank state of mind. And that's just me.
Well, it's one thing also to point out that some people may not be aware is they did actually break it up into parts. So if you're sitting there going, man, I don't have 4 hours to spend, you can actually sit there and watch it, and it'll cut to a different part so you can stop.
I was gonna say that. That shit could have been 6 hours long. As long as they parted, they made parts. Yo, they tell you part 2, then you stop it right there. You come back to that shit. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? James. All right. So it could be 8 hours long. It don't matter. What? Go ahead, Doom. You want to say something on this, man, or what's up, man?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, honestly, I didn't like it. Overall, I just didn't like it. There were some things that I did like. I like how Superman was black and silver. I did like how they kind of dove a little deeper into some things. I thought Martian Manhunter was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I didn't like. At first, I was kind of. I think James and I was on the not so much the text, but on the IG chat, where like it started off as like this musical. Like every half an hour, there'd be like this long song kind of music.
The Aquaman musical number.
Yeah, and then I was watching. Yeah, that musical. That it's just like, does this need to be here?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
there's some awkward parts of music in there.
Yeah, and then so they were like playing music in the back, but then you watch the second half, and then there was none of that. So like they would do something in the beginning, and then they would stop doing that. And I remember I was James. I was like, "Yo, this is like the best musical I've seen in a while." Like that. And yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it was 4 hours long, and I think that was another thing that was a little hard for me. I had to actually stop watching it, and then I think I watched some golf, and I think I watched like Superstore. And then
wait, pause. You're complaining that this is 4 hours long, yet you'll watch a fucking 8-hour golf boring ass tournament on TV.
Yo. You'll get to right leg. You'll get left arm. You get to talk when you get to talk. This is how I feel. I'm entitled to my opinion. Am I not?
I'm just saying.
I'm entitled to my opinion.
I didn't say you weren't.
All right. Well, anyway, so I'm just saying. I don't know where I am. It was okay. It was okay. How's that? Can I say that? It was okay.
Yeah, of course. You
can say
you want.
It was all right. I didn't quite enjoy it. I didn't quite hate it. I don't know if it's because I watched the first one and I already went in with this mindset. I was really hoping for some good things, and a lot of cool things was explained. I remember they had the trailer, and they're like, was it Alfred's like, oh, he said you would be here. And then that part never appeared in the movie, the original movie.
Yeah,
and then I remember that there was this green glow. And I think the speculation was either Martian Manhunter or Green Lantern. It was the first original trailer that came out. And I was all like, okay, cool. The Snyder Cut, we get to see something. Because if you remember that huge battle in the beginning, that ring flew off somewhere. So I was like, okay, cool. We're going to see Green Lantern. But it ended up being Superman. And I mean, whatever. It was, I'm neither here nor there. I guess it was all right. How's that?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Okay. There you go. You enjoyed it. Yeah. All right.
But you know what was good, though, was the Honda tournament today. Yo, that was it was the tournament of destiny.
Bang.
It was bang.
Yo,
I golf, so of course I'm going to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that leaves us with Josh, man. Josh, what are your thoughts on Justice League Snyder's Cut, man?
I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I'll tell you that, because I had zero expectations for this movie whatsoever. And maybe that's because I don't really remember a lot of Justice League from 2017. And straight up, I don't like the Justice League in general. Like, I'm just not a fan at all. Like, I don't know. Like, for some reason, I don't know why. Like, I feel like Batman does not belong in that world. For some, like, all the rest of them do, but like Batman, I just feel like needs to be his own thing for some reason, and I don't know why. But that being said, I thought the movie was really good. I mean, it's really amazing to me how it can be virtually the same movie, and yet it's so different just by adding like little things here, little things there, adding just like a little bit of, explanation and exposition. And I don't know, like, to me, and I forget where I said this, I think it was the chop up, but this movie to me was all about Cyborg, which I absolutely loved. I know a lot of people had some problems with his CGI. I had more problems with Steppenwolf's CGI than I did with his, to be honest with you. There's still something. I think Steppenwolf is dope. Don't get me wrong, but there's just something a little bit off about him. The way he looks, it just
Silverfish.
yeah, exactly. Like, who said it to me today? Somebody, it might have been my brother. I can't remember. Said he kind of looks like no, it wasn't Nick. I forget who it was, but he kind of looks like the Destroyer from Thor a little bit with his. I
can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
You know, but he just, I don't know, like there's something just off about his CGI. But you know, I liked Affleck a lot better this time around. I didn't like him originally as Batman. He's definitely, you know, grown on me.
Mm-hmm.
Flash, Ezra Miller. I'll say it again. There's parts that like he fits into, but it's just it doesn't fit. I feel like I see Ezra Miller dressed up as the Flash and not the Flash. You know what I mean? Like
it still runs messed up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was all sloppy. Yeah.
But you know, overall, I mean, I thought it was good, really good. You know, there's probably, dude, like the things at the end, like I kind of agree. Like I love the nightmare scene. I thought it would have been better served had they put that in the like where like Wonder Woman's nightmare scene was, kind of. You know, with when she was dead and stuff like that. I thought it would have served better there. The stuff with Deathstroke, like, yo, him coming in on the boat and all you see is his headband blowing in the wind and him coming up the steps. Just, oh my God, that was dope. What else was really cool?
Yeah, he got more, like you got to see him talk more.
Yeah, even just that little bit more, it was just something. And then the Martian Manhunter stuff I thought was great.
Oh, hell yes.
Well, at least the whole team helped more this time. The original movie just seemed like Superman showed up, wrecked shit. It's like, why do you need anyone else?
Yeah,
that's true.
But honestly, I thought the best stuff probably, was the Cyborg stuff. I really, really like that they gave him a lot more time in this movie than they did the original one.
I didn't get that vibe. I didn't get the vibe that being a Cyborg movie. My man, right here, Lone Espinosa. No, I didn't get that vibe. You know, Ares should have win for the head. Yo. Facts. The Battle of the Gods, man. That battle scene, that shit was dope.
That was a good scene.
Better, huh?
That was a good scene.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Yo, that was better than the original when they did the original because they didn't show much, you know. But this one right here,
like 10 seconds in the original.
Yeah, right. This one here is badass. You see how the gods were all tall and it was you could tell they put money in this, you know. And they should have the first time, you know. Got it right.
Well, I think the first time they were trying to catch up, right, to Marvel. It felt like they were trying to play catch up.
They felt like there was a lot of pressure there, yeah.
Yeah, and I think if they just kind of did what, I mean, I hate to say, but it seems like Marvel figured out the formula. I think if they just did it and just, you know, like, yo, I guess we're just going to have to accept the fact that ours will take a little longer. I think they could have come out with some great stuff. The Aquaman movie did well. The Wonder Woman movie did well. And I think it was good. What is that?
I like Shazam.
I like Shazam too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And I think if they just kind of bit the bullet and just be like, yo, it's going to take a little longer instead of trying to play catch up and trying to beat out end games, I think they could have probably produced something better. Sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, $5 super chat from Biggs. He said James seems bored. Maybe put a clip of episode 1 of WandaVision, Dick Van Dyke style. That's probably more exciting for him.
This guy's angry, man. Leave him alone. Tell him to go somewhere.
Speaking of which,
but hold on, real quick though, man. I want to say my part about the movie, man. Everybody got to. I did it in Coffee and Comics, you know. But at the same time, there's two things I want to just talk about. My favorite parts. It's gonna be Darkseid. Darkseid was fucking dope, dude. And when they showed him use his Omega beams, I said this yesterday, yo. That shit that gave me the nostalgia feeling. I'm like, dude, that's fucking Darkseid. You know what I mean? The voices on these characters, these CGI characters, Steppenwolf and all that, they were fucking done right. Yeah, they were done right. And my favorite scene, believe it or not, a lot of y'all don't like it, but my shit was the nightmare scene. The nightmare scene was dope, even though it didn't take place. It didn't happen at all. It was a nightmare. Just the fact that interaction between Leto and Affleck, and Deathstroke and Cyborg being there and Flash. You know, this was a world where Lois Lane died. You know what I mean? And then fucking Superman loses his shit. You know what I mean? So I'm curious. I wanted to see what happened more in that world. You know, But
I agree. I just thought it would have served a better purpose. Had
yes,
they moved that.
yeah.
Or just made it another movie if they gave
I think that what the original was going to set up like his third. Like Snyder was going to do 3 Justice League movies, kind of like that was going to set up the third one where it was going to actually be like that nightmare scene come true.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, like you know, Marvel's got Kevin Feige, and I always said like Zack Snyder should just take over this whole entire thing without any studio interference. Things would probably be much better, you know, the way things.
You get those executive hands out of the pot.
Exactly, you get the executive hands out, you know, out of his pocket, and just like if he had just taken over the entire universe, if they still could if they could still allow him to do that, like at this point, you know, he's at a crossroads. So you have a point where it's like, let him take over.
Yeah,
don't bother him, and let him choose the directors. Let him choose where to go from this point, instead of just having studio execs keep messing things up. Because I blame the studios for screwing this stuff up a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Unfortunately, like even, and I'm sure they've gotten, you know, the ratings and the reviews in, and even with all the success, they still won't end up doing it.
They won't. No.
Because they will always find a way to fuck this shit up every single time.
Yeah.
Like
the animated movies are awesome.
Yeah, but
we gotta stop saying that though. We want to get to the point where it's like, you know, because
they don't really care, because like the higher ups, they don't even care about the animated stuff, and it's you know, a lot of like the comic book guys, you know, in charge of that kind of stuff. So that's why that stuff does so well. It's people who really care about these type of characters. When you start to get up into these bigger movies, obviously it's all about the dollars and cents of the executives at AT&T and Warner Brothers, and which I'm not saying it shouldn't be. They're running a legitimate business, but
True.
You know, when you've had so many mergers with that company, you know, you've got people who don't really care about, hey, we can still make money here and make the best possible product that we can, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's, you know, I mean, it's just annoying to see that, you know, as a fan of like movies and comic books, to see that whole thing is like if he just put a bow on it, knowing that he's probably not going to come back, because chances are, like the whole talk about like was it J.J. Abrams doing the whole Black Superman thing? I mean, it sounds like he's probably not coming back, and it's just an annoying pain in the ass. It's a thing to think about.
So you didn't like it?
Listen, man. Regardless of this is a good thing for DC. This movie came out. It was awesome.
DC or Warner Brothers. It's good for who? DC.
It's good for the DC movies. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Okay.
Let's not get technical.
I get you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. What happened? What you said, Josh?
Can you imagine though if this like did even worse or as bad as the original one? Like how much faith would we have in them now if that was to happen?
Nothing.
None. I still didn't like. Whatever. We'll see. I do like DC with single superheroes. For some reason, I feel like they're vibing on that. Except for this past 84, wasn't really feeling it. But I mean, I even like the Man of Steel stuff.
I love Man of Steel.
I like that one. I love all the Batman stuff that they've done just by himself. I like the Aquaman. If they did anything else, I'm sure I would have loved it too. I just feel like this whole group, I don't know, maybe.
No, I think this movie did work, you know, for the most part.
No. What?
That's funny.
I'm talking to Tex. He said,
no.
No.
I think it's just me and James.
Yo, I don't know why I have this feeling too, but I just get this feeling. As much as I don't like Ezra Miller as Flash,
I don't
watch this Flash movie be like the best DC movie ever.
Well, that's the thing, Josh. That's the thing. Like, is it going to come out? That's what really is just a pain in the ass about this. Is that we've been waiting so long for a Flash movie that like they've been through so many directors.
We didn't get the Black Widow movie too, so whatever.
Oh no, it's productive. It's done. It's in the can.
We didn't get it.
We'll still get it. It's in a can. Like this Flash stuff is not even started.
You joker.
Listen, man, we spent so much time on the Snyder's Cut. Let's move on. Right?
We want to talk about the Easter eggs in this movie because I got a couple Easter eggs.
All right.
You want to name a couple of Easter eggs?
I don't know. Do you want to? You want to move? I was like, you know, if you blink, you missed Ryan Choi.
I blinked.
I mean, yeah. Like what else? Was that interrogation device? Was that like a Starro interrogation device? Like from Steppenwolf. Remember those little things that go in the face? It's a Starro. I remember Starro. So like, isn't that like something close to that? I mean, there's that. What else is there? It was hell, Jimmy Olsen was in the goddamn movie. How about that shit? I mean,
the original Jimmy Olsen, right?
The original Jimmy Olsen was the cop watching the memorial, and I thought that was pretty dope, man. But I don't know. I mean, like, if they just cut I know you love Batman Joker. I know you do. I get it. But if you cut the goddamn nightmare scene out, it's a perfect film. So far improved.
I listen. You know why the nightmare scene doesn't? Because it didn't happen. This is, what I'm saying. So it was just a nightmare. That's all it was. So it's not part of the movie. It was just a dope scene to me. Interaction with Joker and all these characters. I thought it was pretty fucking dope. I thought it was dope. But yeah, man, I'm not. We're gonna move on to Falcon and the Winter Soldier here, guys, man.
To an actual good show.
Can I start this one? Because I gotta take a piss.
Get, Josh.
I haven't watched it, so I'll be back.
All right. So, I don't know what you guys thought of this. I thought this was good. It wasn't great by any stretch of the means. Honestly, I thought Bucky's parts were the best parts in this whole show by far. I actually thought most of Falcon's parts, with the exception of like the opener and a part here, like the stuff, with kind of giving up the shield and whatnot. I found his parts with his sister to be incredibly boring, incredibly boring. But I think the show
Bubba Gump Shrimp.
That what?
I'm trying to sew away Bubba Gump Shrimp.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like I thought the parts with Bucky were really, really great. It's definitely all about like, even being like the hero of the world or the universe. Like when you come back to reality and it's all over, that you could still be a nobody, and even when you are a somebody, it's just kind of like, dance monkey dance, like give me a selfie, give me, say this line to me, that kind of thing. Can't even get a bank loan type of thing. But it's just, I don't know. I thought it was a cool side to see, and the whole like stuff with Bucky, him trying to like, make right his past, and that whole twist that happens with the old man and things like that. His scenes were really dope. But this show, I honestly feel more than WandaVision, like this is just like a movie, like a longer movie.
Yes. I got that feeling from the beginning. The opening scene fucking was dope, dude. The whole Falcon scene when he's just flying around, saving the
it was back.
And GSP back.
Yeah, he's saving the soldier and stuff. Yo, dude, that shit was fucking. I did get the vibe of a movie. Watching this episode, it's interesting. I think it's six, it's not issues, but episodes, right? If I'm not mistaken. Of
6 episodes.
They're about like 50 minutes long or something like that. So, I mean, dude, the whole scene too with Bucky was dope. The nightmare, not nightmare, but him having flashbacks of him, just being mind controlled. You know what I mean? And I enjoyed Bucky's scenes more, but I felt like it was pretty dope to get more personal with my man with Sam, because you got to know that these superheroes don't get paid, you know what I mean? And he's broke basically,
I like the parts with Sam. I just didn't like the part with Sam and his sister.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, what about you, James?
I liked it. I mean, it was it's a good first episode. A lot of good action in it, and it shows that being an Avenger doesn't really pay. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, they're going through everyday struggles, especially when you're gone for 5 years and you try to look for a bank loan, but there's a lot of potential down the road to see what's going on with, this show. Like they opened up a bunch of new roads for it. So like you got like, he gave up the shield. He voluntarily gave up the shield only to say, hey, fuck you, buddy. We're going to replace this guy with another Captain America. And, in comes John Walker. So you're kind of looking forward where that's going to come around. And of course, what's WandaVision? That's what
I don't know.
I don't know what he's talking about, but
he's speaking in his Korean accent.
I got you. No, like I said, it's a good first episode. Not great. Like to a degree, I'm with Josh on the whole, the Sam, side of the things. But like it was, like that, and you got Bucky Wade like crazy with guilt right now, and what the hell?
Yeah, Big said. He said maybe episode 2 will be like Knight Rider, and episode 3 will be like 18. James, what do you think?
Hey, can you
Like a WandaVision reference for it?
How about you disconnect this guy? Disconnect this guy. I don't want to ever see this guy again. No, I don't know. It was a good first episode, and like I said, I mean, it's and the thing is, it's longer than like WandaVision. Like WandaVision was like 23, 25 minutes. This kind of almost doubled that. They got it to like 47 minutes for this first episode.
Yeah.
So like, and it's 6 episodes. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's gonna be a pretty interesting thing, because a lot of people keep wondering who the hell are the Flag Smasher, especially the one that just jumped out of a window and kind of looks like he could be Omega Red, which leads to like people speculating on stuff like that because of the long hair and the big bulky body. But the only thing you don't know is he's wearing a mask. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. My man Brian, man, what you think?
I thought it was a good episode. The thing that worries me but doesn't worry me, you mentioned it's a 6-issue or 6 episode season, right? And it's just one season. So I always worry at first, are we going to get another Game of Thrones season 6 where like the pacing's messed up, where it's like, hey, nothing really happens, and then you got 2 episodes, you got to cram everything in. But I also think we have enough trust within MCU, within Feige, that no, hey, just trust the system, it'll work out. I too liked the Bucky Barnes scenes a little bit better. I did like the opening scene set the tone though. I mean, right there, it's like, okay, this is gonna be good. And it kind of slows down a little bit. I did like how while Sam did give up the shield, you could see he's kind of wondering, hey, did I make the right choice? And who's this guy right now they're introducing? It looks like the Bart Simpson version of Captain America.
You're right. The fuck that was? Oh my god!
But I'm excited, and I enjoyed the first episode. But I can see also where it's like, hey, but the same thing with WandaVision. It's like, okay, what I just watched, I didn't get that with this. But I also goes, okay, we got 5 more episodes left. Where are you gonna take me?
Yeah, and I give credit to Marvel and Disney or whatever. They do know. We talked a little bit about this yesterday in Big's Comics and Coffee. They do know what to do with these kind of characters, B, C characters, and make them good. Like WandaVision was good. Everybody was specking, about this stuff and who's the big bad and blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah, people are specking on this now.
And then Falcon and Winter Soldier over here, same thing. These are B characters or C characters, as you will, and this shit felt like a movie. I would have went to the theaters and watched this. You know what I mean? If it was in the movies. But yeah, man, I feel like they know exactly what to do with these type of characters, and they got a good thing going on over there. So
I will say, although we know it's only 6 episodes, the thing is, it's the MCU, so storylines could carry into who knows whatever
movies or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I got you. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. Doom, what you think, man?
Yeah. Basically, as a guy that enjoys speculation and stuff, when he mentioned like, we're gonna need new heroes, that was like the first thing that popped into my mind. It was all like, I wonder who they're talking about. Are we talking about X-Men? Are we talking about Young Avengers? Are we talking about introducing new people?
Champions.
Champions. I mean, so when he mentioned that, like, yo, this is a new world, we're gonna need new heroes. I like the fact that they kind of got more into the fact of what happened during those 5 years that everybody was missing. They kind of they didn't fly past that. They kind of dug a little bit deeper into it as far as like she had to watch her kids and stuff. No one was there to help her out. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. The action-packed scene in the beginning was just like, it was, it's like one of those things that you think, okay, well, it's obviously going to end, and it just keeps going and going, and it just gets your adrenaline pumping. So yeah, it was a good time. I liked it. I can't wait to watch whatever's coming up, and trying to see where this goes. And I had a good time. I really thoroughly
Sam don't need a loan. He can just go get some endorsement deals somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember asking my wife. When we were watching this, I was like, I never thought about that. Like, since Tony Stark died, where does the money come from? Where does the tech come from? Where does the money come from now? And
Shuri tech.
Yeah. So exactly. So now, just kind of thinking about those things. I love the speculation part of comics, and when I see this stuff, when I watch this stuff, I'm like, okay, well, where does this kind of go into? Where does it lead to? And just kind of gets my mind going. Yeah,
right.
Stoked up.
So there you go.
I kind of wonder why Bucky wouldn't just go back to Wakanda though, if he felt at peace there. I mean, obviously because you need to have this show, but I don't know. I was kind of wondering, and I was hoping. I knew they weren't going to do it, but if he could just go back to the long hair and the fucking mask, man. Fucking so dope.
Yeah, well, there you go, Disney. Just for Josh, please him, Josh. Disney.
COVID-19 mask.
Yeah, everyone else is wearing one right now.
Yeah, we all got Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, so that's our review, man, for both from Justice League Snyder's Cut and I got Falcon and Winter Soldier there, man. And like Big said, man, real quick, man, shout out to the big bro. Gave a $5 super chat. He says, I love the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. If you missed my thoughts on it, watch yesterday's episode of Comics and Coffee, man. So yeah, definitely, man. So yeah, man. We got another segment we want to do. I want to share real quick, man, and not much to show, but we get through it real quick. I do want to talk about, and it's something that we've been talking about, man. Me and Doom, and Doom came up with a beautiful name for the segment. It's called Respected. But not collected.
But not collected.
There you go. And this week, I mean, this is not going to be an every week thing, but once in a while we'll bring this up. You know what I mean? And then Doom came up with a good idea. Who came up with the Ben Oliver? Was it you or I forgot who?
Probably King or somebody. But basically, it could be me. But basically, what we're talking about again, this is an artist focus. And you know what? I would love to hear from the chat. If after seeing this, if you guys got anybody you guys want to add to this series, let us know. But basically, Respected but Not Collected is, I feel like Alex Ross is the face of this.
Yes.
When it comes to people that we respect, but they just, not necessarily collect them. And this week we're doing Ben Oliver. Yeah. And
so we got
what slides is that, but let's see what we got.
Yeah, I think you're first with your slides, man. We got right here. There you go. Bam. That's
so long story short, like most artists that are super big, Adam Hughes, J. Scott Campbell, you can keep on naming them, Perillo. They all started off on smaller titles, smaller companies and stuff. Mm-hmm. So this is Ben Oliver's, basically his first work when he started coming out. And so this is a couple of things that he brought out, and so that's what this one pretty much is. Puncture number 1, puncture number 3. It's just some early stuff that he brought out. I think this is one of, actually, if not his first stuff that he brought out. And Ben Oliver is an awesome artist, but you don't necessarily see the Ben Oliver style here.
No.
You see his style, I think, a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And this right here is a little bit more of Ben Oliver right here. So this is what is this? Death Defying Devil 1, Volume 2.
Yes.
So this is where we start seeing a little bit more of Ben Oliver's style right here. So from Dynamite Entertainment, again, he's just a dope-ass artist that does really great work. I don't know how he does this stuff. I don't know if it's hand-drawn, paint, whatever, but he really does sick stuff. And I just think he's just one of those collectors that just doesn't get, he gets the respect, but not the collect, I guess.
Exactly. Hence the name. So next up here, man, I thought this was a different one. This is weird. This is a weird one, Doom.
Yeah, no. So again, and some of these books you guys can get for super cheap. So this one, I if you look at it, the first person that comes to mind is probably Adam Hughes.
Yes.
But it's not. It's actually Ben Oliver. And I think he did the whole series of this. I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 part series in Control. And this is just the cover that I chose because I thought it was just kind of like the dopest one and stuff like that. So that's this one right here. This is Control number 3. This one is Lost Army. I've seen this in dollar bins all the time. And I've always thought this was a sick cover. And I'll pick it up when I see it. Again, now we're starting to see more of Ben Oliver style.
Yes.
And,
9/8
yeah,
still
it's just
decent money.
Yes, hell yeah, for this. Yep.
well,
I didn't know
I
that was
think
a Ben
maybe,
Oliver.
what is that?
No, so I didn't know that was a Ben Oliver cover.
Yeah. And you know what? I was just talking to Joker. What was it? A couple of days ago. I remember there was like I don't know if we have it on it, but I think it's Ghost #1, and I think there's a variant of it that is actually I think it's a Ben Oliver, but but people think it's an Adam Hughes, and when you tell people like, oh, that's not Adam Hughes, it's Ben Oliver, they put it back because they're like, oh, I mean, like initially you liked the cover, you thought it was badass. But then as soon as you find out it's not who you thought it was, they're like, oh, okay, well, never mind. And that's what we're getting at with this whole series is like, yo, there's some dope stuff out there. And, you know, this is just one of them.
Yeah. And may I point out too, man, this is a 1 in 25, guys. So if basically to acquire this, you would have to order, 25 of the A covers of this. And who the hell? I didn't read Lost Army. I didn't. So it goes to show it may not be many out there of this book. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. All right. So moving on from this one, we got this one. We got The Batman Who Laughs 2.
Yeah, and I think everybody's seen this cover. What was it, last year or maybe the year before?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, everybody remembers this one. And you know, everybody's seen it, and everybody thought it was going to be a big thing. I don't think it goes for much. I don't think it's that, you know, it's a pretty cheap one. But again, I mean, maybe you put a different artist name on it, and all of a sudden it's a big boy book. I don't know, right? But it's just one of those covers that I just remember seeing, and I was like, yo, this thing is super, super dope.
Yeah.
Doesn't he does another one, I think. It's a white one. I think it's him. That looks very similar.
Okay. The Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably does, yeah. Next one is this one. This was dope. This one right here. Good pick.
Yeah. Master of the Universe Origin, He-Man #1. Again, just Ben Oliver stuff. Like, you know, this whole series about, you know, respected but not collected. We all know who Ben Oliver is, you know. We like his stuff, but you know, like you put like again, like I said, you put a different artist's name on this, all of a sudden it's a bigger book. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this cover is pretty dope. And you know, it's not easy to find a 9/8 because it's all white, and you know, sometimes it gets a little dirty and whatnot. So yeah, just a dope book.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think James picked this one, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. This is like that whole Deceased thing. I never read the Deceased, but I just like the I'm a big Blade Runner fan, so when it comes to stuff like seeing something like this, it's really caught my eye. I mean, I'm not even familiar about who. I mean, I guess it's Constantine and Wonder Woman on the cover, but it's just an awesome like cover swipe of the poster for Blade Runner. So definitely. And
the next one you pick, I thought it was dope, and I don't think it's a book, if I'm not mistaken.
It's not a book. It's from his Twitter page, actually. Yeah, you know, he just did his whole thing where I guess it was like a commission for somebody, and you know, I didn't find many covers that stuck out to me, but like I said, big Blade Runner fan, and to see stuff like what he did here on his Twitter page was pretty dope, man.
Yeah, awesome, sweet, man. Yeah. So I think those are this one right here. Yeah, this is the first one originally you sent me. This is dope. This is dope.
Yeah, I actually just bought that one just a second ago in case.
In case it blows up.
But yeah, this is considered like a hard to find Bitterroot variant by Ben Oliver, and I don't know, man. It's just like I couldn't find many that, you know, that some of them are already taken by people, but some of them here in the chat here about their favorite Ben Oliver cover, but this one stuck out as one I thought was an awesome cover, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Those are your picks there, man. I think Broski is next, and he picked
I was gonna pick more, but I decided to just go with one. This is not League 46. This is a Ben Oliver. I remember me and my wife went to a midnight release of like a certain comic, but they had actually the new comics out as well. So I remember picking this up with her when I went to the comic shop. She went with me because we just went for a little drive. And
like War of the Realms midnight release.
Yeah. So I like this cover. This is one of the covers actually that I think this came out like 3 years ago. And this one was
I want to say that. Yeah.
This is one that made me fall in love with the artist in a way and do some research on him. And this one I have about 3 or 4 copies. This is one I do hoard when I see it in boxes. This one makes me actually pick up Vengeance of Vampirellas. See, he's doing a lot of the Vengeance Vampirellas. I think from 4 or 5 on, and they're like an issue number 15 or 16. But his Vampirellas, he's killing it on those. If you Vengeance of Vampirellas, if you guys don't know about that in the sidebars and the people watching, check them out. I actually started collecting those ones of Ben Oliver's, which is. He's a dope ass artist in my mind.
Yeah. And Gomez brings up a really good point. If you end up finding an artist that you really like that does covers, do some research. You'll find some crazy awesome stuff. Some of it will be hard to find, especially like their independent stuff, their early stuff. Like
and while we came up with this at the same time, I wanted to incorporate other stuff too, original art. It don't have to necessarily be a cover from this artist. And like James put up, he went to his Twitter and he found the Blade Runner cover. Next up, I went to his IG page, man, and Josh told me to pick up a couple from him because Josh was busy yesterday, so I helped out Josh. And
thank you.
And I know he likes.
I was too busy shooting shit.
There you go. All right, I didn't want to put the business out there, but all right. But yeah, man, I picked this one for him. I know he's a punchline guy, man. So I thought that fit you good.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, like I said, you're not only that you go around, you pick some nice art. If you go to his IG page, I'm not sure how he does his commissions or how you acquire his commissions or whatever. But you get a hold of him. Sometimes these artists, you reach out to them, they answer back. You know what I mean? So yeah.
There's a couple other DC covers. Like, remember New 52? How they had Marvel still does it, like the variant month, and they had Joker variants. There was a Green Lantern number 41 had a sweet Joker Ben Oliver cover.
Yeah.
And Justice Ground Zero number 1 had like Harley Quinn on it and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta check that one out. But yeah, man,
you heard it here second, people.
So these two are dedicated to Josh because he punchline, and I had to pick a Batman for him, and that Batman is sick as fuck from Ben Oliver.
I like that.
Yeah, so dope ones. All these are on his IG page, man. I pick up Deceased issue 3 because these are the Forbidden Planet store exclusives, and I think he did a Harley Quinn, a Batman, and I think I'm missing one character. Catwoman. He did a Catwoman also too. And they were all like this with a black background with the little shadow over their face and like creeping out from the light. It's pretty dope. I think I picked up 3 of the covers. I think it was a Harley Quinn one, the Batman one, and the Joker one. I missed out on the Catwoman one. So yeah, dope covers, man. And I also what's up, Broski?
That Catwoman is actually number 7, and that was a B cover for the Ben Oliver. That one picked up heat when it first came out. I remember one guy had three copies in his hand. I had one, and the owner of the shop, person that was working, the owner could give 2. So I'll take the other one. And then,
see these stores exclusive force that shit to be a B cover. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope. So yeah, and then after that, I picked up these original ones, man. Just dope Joker there. I thought he did it, man. And what was the last one? I think the Dark Side. Talk about Justice League. Look at that fucking Dark Side. That Dark Side. You cannot tell me he's whack. You cannot. Pretty dope.
That's a store exclusive, right?
That looked like an original art from his page. I got it from his IG. Yeah. Yeah, so that's our highlight, man. That's respected but not collected. Holla at your boy Ben Oliver. All right. So yeah, man, that's all we have for today for the show. But at the same time, I do want to do a little show and tell for the guys, man, because I only have a couple things, maybe 1-2 things to show off, and that's all I got. If the other guys want to show off a couple things, they could show off too. But let me start this off, guys. All right, before we end the show. All right. So yeah, man. I don't know if I showed these off, but yeah, man, I know the rest of the guys, they picked this up, so they forced me to get this too. The trade paperbacks of Something's Killing the Children, the first one, the second one. I definitely want to read this, and I think we should do a review on this, because this is something that's going on now. I'm saying, what is it? I think issue 15 or something, or 16. This coming out.
It's on 15 right now, but yeah, definitely read that, dude. We got to talk.
Yeah, that's something I'm try to pass by this week to read. And last set of books I want to pick. I was holla at Mercenot, man, for these books, man, because I watched his videos and he forced me to get these, man. The Lenticular Yo, this one, but this is not the book. This is the book right here. This is Black Panther issue 166, the second print, the non-lenticular book.
Oh, you found that, huh?
Yes, man, for cheap too, man. Go pick
I
it up in
I
Mercari.
feel like you got to give a little bit more props to Ultra Maximus on those.
I didn't know. So if hold on, if Ultra Maximus put it on, then holla, I just saw it on Mercenaries video. That's the only reason why I said that.
You probably called it Ultra Maximus.
That's it. But if it's Ultra Maximus, shout out to Ultra Maximus. I like you, brother. You my guy. You my guy. But that's what I got, man. Broski, you up next, man.
Yeah, no, I picked these up. I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Oh.
So I figured these ones are cool. Eurosite. So
Nice.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan because of my stepmom. I remember when she's the one who got me into it a long time ago when I was a kid. That shit came out years ago, but I watched those in theaters. I think all of them. I think so. This is just something nostalgic for myself as a memory. I picked up these. This is for John Tyler. I got the Wizard one coming in, just the same issue, but it has a W for the Wizard exclusive. So Wizard Con exclusive. So I'm getting that just to have the set for the PC. That's coming in later this week. Shout out to Drunken Chat Son. It's they do shows on Fridays. They do shows on Friday nights. Drunken Chat Son. I picked these up from him. I hoard these when I get a chance. If it's under 15 to $12, I'll pick them up. I think this guy. What's the name of Prince Del Rey? I think this guy from Ice Cream Man is real great when he puts out stories and shit. This is the 1 in 25. I don't know if I showed this already. And I'm trying to catch up on this because I did read issue 1, but I'm reading issue number 2 of Orcs. This is going through a lot of fuck, what I top of my head. See, I always forget shit. Fucking
all good.
No, I'll tell you right now. Fucking indie books. There we go. And then the Children of the Grave. I read issue 1. It started issue 2, but I'm on issue 3. Not a lot of people picking this up. This is a pretty crazy ass story. It's it's done by Scout Comics, and Scout Comics is nothing that you're not going to find a lot of LCSs. They don't order a lot of these indie books, but I have one shop that does constantly. And I did
distributing through Lunar.
Lunar?
Say it again.
Lunar, just like DC, Scout Comics starting to distribution through Lunar as well.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that. That's awesome. And last book that I'll show is this Savage. I do have issue 1 and 2. This is like a second part, but the interior art's not the same. But I remember reading the first part of this, the Valiant. I have to dig into this because I was big on the first series that he did like 4 or 5 parts. So yeah, see, the Children of the Grave is I think it's a pretty good story from what I read. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the ones I wanted to show.
Thanks, Broski. Thanks for sharing, man. We got Josh. Josh, you up next. You want to show something?
Yeah, I got some stuff.
All right, let's go.
All right, so here's your upcoming DC books for next week. So Harley Quinn, 1. That's the variant. That's the main.
Okay.
The interior on this is really weird. And there is that 1 per store exclusive. It looks like Peach Momoko. I forget her name. It's another. I think it's a Japanese woman. Detective Comics.
I can't wait to read that one. I want to read
really
that one.
good. You got a first appearance in the back of this, or at least I'm pretty sure it is. I've never heard of the guy. In the Damien part of this story. What else? Teen Titans Academy number 1.
Oh, okay.
There's the variant.
Mm-hmm. I gotta read that one too.
Then you got the last issues of Harley Quinn.
Okay.
White Knight series.
All right.
What else I got here? I picked up. I got these off eBay. I picked up just a bunch of the Demon books. Really nice ones.
It's not a big series, so you.
Yeah.
No, it's not complete, but it's a 1, 2, 3.
It's basically a lot, yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10 of them.
That's good.
Found some of these today, so there's your first Joaquin Torres. There's first in costume on the cover. That's first in costume in the book. First, Rayshawn Lucas.
Look at this guy getting ahead of the curve.
I don't know what this is, but I just thought it was a dope Cad Bane cover.
Okay.
Not really a cover guy. Pick this up just because.
It Ben. That's a Ben.
Here's what's this girl's name? Avril. Not
Avril
Lavigne.
Lavigne.
No, I knew someone was going to say that. No, it's
the artist
Avril Kincaid. So that's the Women of Power one in that Sam Wilson.
It's dope. That's dope cover.
Those Women of Power ones are
That's
underrated.
not important. That's not important. I picked these up. This is in that same Sam Wilson run. Just take back the shield.
Okay.
Maybe become something. That's first cameo, Rayshawn Lucas. Become a Patriot.
You need to take back the shield now from the show.
Got those.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
And then the final stuff is this. So I finally got the last Batman New 52 sketch cover that I needed from a place that I couldn't even see the picture of it. And I was so hyped because it came in without.
That shit is sexy.
Yeah, without. I never saw the actual book. It was just a stock photo. And there's not one tick on the black. Flip it over. There's one tick on it, and not the black part. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. When you look at her in the front and then you turn her around.
A couple more of those. The 1 in 50s.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
And then
Josh. Look at Josh.
Look at this guy.
Look at that big ass chin beard he's got going on. Look at that.
Go brush it. Go brush your hair, man. Come on, man.
Sorry.
315.
Trying to get all 9/8 newsstands of the McFarlane run. Is a clean copy.
That's a challenge, man. That's gonna be a
challenge. That's a challenge. But I think I'm not gonna say it's a definite, but I think I finally got it on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So I have a bunch of 9/8 directs on this. I have only a 9/2 newsstand. This one could be a 9/8. The only thing I'm worried about this one is the jankiness of the cut. Like, if you ever see,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the newsstand Hulk 340 has that same kind of
little ripple kind of.
Yeah.
Am I bugging or the 9/8s on that is just going up, man?
Yo, and I think the 9/8 directs are over 1,000 now.
My God.
Yeah.
Because 9/8 Beanie Babies are going up and fucking everything.
Yeah.
Yo, man, appreciate you, Josh, man. Yo, Doom, you got something to show off, man?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's go, baby. Let's do this.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yo, I hope I come in clear because I really want.
Yeah, you good.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Yo, so I've been trying to download this damn fucking haul since 6 a.m. my time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I left. I went to play golf, and then I told my son, like, yo, let me see your phone real quick. I want to check out the Doom 143. And then,
the left leg.
It hasn't, the left leg. And I'm all like, my stuff hasn't been downloaded yet. So anyway, there's a comic haul coming. I don't know when, man. It's at 83%, 84%.
It's almost there.
Yo, how long is the video, bro? Like 3 hours and shit? Like,
it's only half an hour. Like it's a typical Doom 143 haul. It's half an hour. All right. But who's ever here, you guys will get a sneak peek, I guess, real quick. Go. I got some dope shit. Yo, this is something I've been wanting to fucking, like, oh my God, bro. Anyway, let's just do it. So, long story short, I actually got a little bit of the bug back for comic collecting. And one thing I always wanted to get was the Warrior Kings series. I'm just going to show one of them, but this is the Oliver Copio variant.
Okay,
and,
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, this has just been, I've been trying to get everything. I actually finally got all 1 through 5. 5 is garbage, it's trash. Mm-hmm. But there's a bunch of great variants for these Warrior Kings, and I've been wanting to get it, so I finally got that. I went to my boy's comic book shop. He had one of these up there, last issue of Conan. So I finally picked this up, and I've been wanting to get one, but I didn't want to spend too much, and he had one, and he gave me a great deal. So boom, Conan, what is this, $275? Yeah, $275.
Yeah,
last issue. Yeah. So everybody that I've been talking to, you guys all, oh, you know what? Hold up real quick. He also had this too. Boom.
Yes.
Another book I've been trying to get for a while. Again, I just didn't want to pay the crazy prices. This variant, I don't know if it's not hard to find if you go on eBay, but for some reason, when you go into shops and stuff, maybe even cons, you don't really see too many of them. And I think this book came out, like 2-3 years ago? This is when it got hyped up. It didn't come out 2-3 years ago.
No, it came out before New 52. Like right before New 52.
Scarcity. It's scarce.
Yeah, but I remember like a lot of people talking about it, and I was all like, yo, I need to find it. And I finally got it. So super stoked on that one.
That's the most expensive one in 25 in that run, too.
The 20 down ones, yeah.
And I picked that one up for $2.50.
Yeah, of course you did.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas.
Of course you did.
No, I'm telling you, Gomez is a good guy, man. He's a good collector. I'm telling you. You find some stuff for cheap. I got this one. So this is Witchblade 131. This is also a Christopher cover. For some reason, issue 130 and 131 has the same cover. I'm not too sure what's up with that. But
that's weird.
This is a variant. You can tell because of the what is it, like the number 3 over there?
Yeah.
So I found this one. It kind of has that negative space that he's kind of well known for. This Witchblade 131. I was super stoked to find this. I actually went on Simpleman.com and picked it up. Yeah, so if you guys ever go to Simpleman.com, you got some dope stuff for cheap. And I was able to find this, I think, for like $5. And I think this goes for $30.
Yeah,
so,
plug that website again.
Yeah, it's Simpleman.com, and it's so
broke up too.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I talked to my boy Freddy's about this book that we have been looking for like fucking forever, bro. And we finally, like, he actually came across it, and I'll show that real soon. But one of the books we were talking about was this Exciting Comics number 3.
Yes.
I think this is the first appearance, Mary Miracle, but it kind of has an Adam Hughes kind of vibe, but it's not him. But he was able to let me know about this. He's like, yo, I think this book might be something. It's super cheap right now, but it might make a come up if the Shazam thing does really well. So I picked this one up. But he actually gave me this, bro. Check this out.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Yeah. He just gave me this as an AOK first appearance of America Chavez. America Chavez.
Director Newsstand. Was it?
Shout out to Freddy's, man.
It's direct. Yeah, it's got to be direct. Yeah, direct.
Sorry.
But you know what? Nonetheless, yo, right? Yo,
yeah. But it's always good to check, though.
Yeah, and then he told me about this one book, and he, me and him, we're cover guys. So he told me about this one book, and it's kind of funny. So I actually went on eBay. I looked up, and there was like a 9.8 for like $50. So I bought it, right? As soon as I bought it, Freddie hits me up on the text. And he's all like, yo, which one of you fuckers bought this book for 9.8?
He's an emoji like this.
Yeah, and I'm all like, yo, why didn't you buy it? And then, so anyway, here we go. This one right here.
Oh, God.
Look at that, 9.8. It's a true 9.8 because it's CBCS. And dude, this is not even a variant. It's just Masters of the Universe number 1. It's got that Venomized kind of vibe to it.
Sexy ass cover, yeah.
Oh God.
Yo, and it was just hanging out on the bay for like $50 free shipping or some shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. But this is the book that we've been searching. This is a book we've been searching for. So we're huge Perillo fans. Me and Freddy's, we're huge Perillo fans. But one thing we always wanted to find was like his first fucking cover ever. And yo, we finally got it. Silver Ferber. I have
come a long way.
Yo, I've been trying to find. I actually hit a Perillo on IG, and I was like, "Can you tell me anything about this?" And he basically said it's either my first comic cover or like one of my first. From what I understand, yo, this is his first. He's definitely come a long way.
It was almost his last.
Yeah, for sure. But, yo, this thing is yo, it's a fucking ghost. I mean, it is a ghost book to find. But check this out. You ready for this?
Didn't Peanut just get one of these?
Woo, we got two.
Ooh, I got two. Making it rain. What's up, David? All right, and the last and final book I gotta show. No, Joker knows about this, right? I have been literally searching for this book for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 5 years, I've seen maybe two copies come up on the bay. I've never seen this book at a Comic-Con. In fact, it got to the point that there's actually a I don't know what you want to call it, but I guess there's like a thing where people were even wondering if this book even exists. Like, that's how much of a ghost book it is. It's probably one of the hardest to find J. Scott Campbell books out there, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the hardest to find Vampirella books out there. Anyway, one popped up. I talked to the guy. He wanted like $1,500 or best offer. I'm like, yo, I can't do that, but can we somehow meet in the middle or something? He was actually cool with that. He actually even hooked me up with a couple of books. As soon as I bought the book on the bay, I called Joker. I was like, dude, you don't understand what just happened. And
Yeah.
Joker, I don't know, Joker probably thought I was going through a heart attack or some shit. I was like, yo, you don't understand what just happened, bro. Like 5 years, I've been trying to find this stupid ass book, and I finally got this, yo. Vampirella and the Scarlet Legion #1, J. Scott Campbell, bro. I even.
You gotta love the hobby, man, because you know you set a book,
no doubt.
It took you so long, and you finally get it. You know that's pretty.
No,
dope.
when I bought this book, I had to go at the back of the house where I work at. I had to sit down. I had to sit down. I had to take a breath because, dude, I mean, you don't understand.
Oh, I understand.
The 365 days a year, every day, checking my eBay. 5 years straight. 5 years straight, bro.
Yeah.
And finally.
That's it.
Anyway. Oh, done. Go ahead.
Yo, congratulations on that, brother, man. That was dope. Yo, James. What you got, bro?
Big book.
All right. So there's some we got some
On
new stuff.
X-Men #3, first appearance of Mega Red.
I was able to get these. Like I found.
There you go.
Took a minute. So that was
Those Jen Bartel's Woman History Month covers. I love them, man.
Yeah, dude. You know, like a lot of last week's shit though, but it was like at 125. Yeah. I actually like that. You know, it was really cool, man.
That is nice. I like that.
You know, I was able to find one. Finally found a Nottingham #1 over
Nice. Nice.
Look at you.
Look at you. To get that. Yeah, but I had to pay the premium. That's the thing. And it's fine. It's fine. It's it was like 25, so it's like.
Apparently, you should have talked to Josh first.
You're probably right. Dollar bin fine.
Nice.
First Royal Flush Gang. So that was something I was able to find, and then found about 4 copies of these. Already put one on eBay just in case, and one on IG. But Incredible Hulks #1. That's the first Ghost Spider. It's from Spider-Man. Like has the powers of the Ghost Rider. It's kind of weird. This thing's going like for $50-$60 right now on eBay. So to find them for cover, I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, definitely, man. Awesome.
And had picked that up.
Alice.
Yeah, the 3rd print. So I might slab that thing. For spec purposes, man, this is real quick anyway. For spec purposes, I got this out for $1 bin, and Ultimate Comics Hawkeye is a 1 in 25 variant.
Okay.
By Neil Adams. So with the Hawkeye show coming around, I figured I'd pick this up and put it aside. So people are kind of sleeping on that Hawkeye miniseries. So there's like 2 or 3 variants for that #1.
Yeah.
And then here's a book that's going for 20. Like right now, 2025, Red Sonia has a Perilla, I believe. Yeah. So speaking of Perilla,
that looks nothing like that silver fur, bro. I'll tell you that.
And also
Yo,
in the
find that book. Find that book. I dare you.
I'm not even gonna look for that book. I just don't even like the cover. I don't even like the cover. It's like that's the thing. I like this though. This look at that.
No,
That is
yo,
nice.
yo, when it comes to Red Sonja and Vampirello just like
Kills,
he has
yeah.
some crazy stuff.
Crazy about it.
Crazy.
And then Dollar Bin Fine as well.
Oh shit.
Look at you.
You know, right? That's the thing.
Look at it,
And yeah, and as far as this is another one I got from Biggie's from the auction.
Yeah,
You know,
dope.
yeah. And it's one of those things like during the auction, I was like, all right, please, nobody bid against me for this thing. Because it went for $20 with a couple other books and included with it. I just didn't care for it. But as soon as Big showed this up on the auction last Monday, I was like, all right, I'll put in for the $20 bid and hopefully nobody bids against me. And nobody did in, issue 44.
Everybody's gonna regret that they didn't, but
That's
good
what
job.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was like, I'm surprised nobody bid against me on that. But I was like, all right, that's cool. I mean, I got no problem with that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
It's because Simpleman Comics didn't talk about it yet. As soon as
Speaking of Superman, yo, Brian, do you have anything you want to show off?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been picking up too much, but I picked up a couple things. Of course, I got ENIAC #1.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually got when that before the pandemic when they were getting ready to come out, I had Third Eye basically pull list any bad idea title coming out.
Okay.
And then the pandemic hit and it slowed, and also Third Eye redid their pool box.
Mm.
And so luckily I found out before and was able to sign up against every bad idea book.
Nice, man.
And there's been a lot of heat on that Last of Us again because of the series coming out on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I skate where the puck isn't, and I've been picking up God of War books.
Yep.
Okay. Smart man. Smart man.
One, huge fan of the video game God of War, but I think if Last of Us does really well, I think God of War, I mean, even when Witcher came out, they were talking about, hey, God of War would be a perfect title. Another one I've been starting to pick up is Gears of War.
He ran out. Look at it. Josh ran out. He's grabbing something.
Give me his damn video games. All right, Josh, calm down. Again, Brian.
But yeah, those Gears of War books, especially the 2012 series, the later issues, because they went from Wildstorm to New 52.
Yes.
Those later issues, they have newsstand versions that go for really, really good money, and they're super hard to find.
Really? I'm a big Gears fan. I love Gears.
Same here.
Yeah, like issues like 14 through like 17, and I think maybe beyond. But like there's a 16 newsstand right now listed for $500 raw.
I know at one point what is it, Jim Lee issue 9, the Jim Lee cover was going for something too. But now that everybody's caught on to that, so now it's not as rare as.
And also now I think is it IDW that's been doing the Gears books recently?
I think so. Yes.
But those DC, the Wildstorm books, I've been picking some of those.
You have that one?
Hold on.
Yeah, I got that one. I just got Ben Stein, the guy who does the Hot 10 list.
Yeah,
he's got 9/8 of that in the regular #1.
I know you're not done, Josh. I'm just waiting. Go ahead.
And then
I'm not going to pull all those books. Those are like deep in there.
I got you, bro.
And then I picked up an Excellence 9.8 #1.
Nice.
Just because it's always follow the money, right? They just put out that big Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
There's some news behind Excellence. So who knows? Maybe a little birdie, but Excellence might be optioned with, I don't know. If you're not reading Excellence, it's like Harry Potter, Miles Morales, juice.
Yeah.
Excellent might be excellent. Huh?
Yeah. I picked up a #1, and I've been picking up issues. #5 also is like the first appearance of Monique. So I'm picking those up cheap.
All right.
There you go, man. You already hear second.
Already here second.
You already hear second, people.
Yo, what's going on, Tim? What's up, man? So yeah, man, that this is it, man. We were rounding out our show, man. I want to say thank you for Brian Superman's Comics for stopping by and chilling from the beginning to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yo, use a trooper, Brian. Use a trooper, man.
Dude, it was awesome. I had a good time. I appreciate you guys having me on for real.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, man, you're more than welcome, to come back, do this again, man. The next time, man, like Doom said, if you want to bring the other guy, I forgot, Mr. Bolo.
Yeah, you gotta bring Bolo.
Jack would be happy to come on.
Yeah.
If I'm not on, Jack will be happy to come on. He likes to.
Yeah.
This isn't in a bad way, but if you're talking about comics, he's there, man.
Yeah. Sweet, man. Definitely, man. But let's say our goodbyes, man, for now, man. Yep. And then let me start off with our special guest. You want to say anything, promote anything about your channel? Just highlight you right here, Brian. Got you, bro.
Yeah. So again, thanks so much for having me on. It was a blast. Yes. For those that may not know, Simpleman's Comics, I have a small little YouTube channel. I'm getting ready to drop that interview with Sean Kirkham Tuesday, talking about Comics Vault Live. A lot of great information in there. The guy is badass. Once again, he's the SVP of Business Development for Skybound. Great interview there. And then, of course, every Friday night, I have my final order cutoff video. But
yeah.
But like I say, hey, the more people that talk about, when we first started doing it, people hated like we were ruining comics talking about final order cutoff. So I'm glad to see other people talking about final order cutoff, other websites, retailers putting about it right now. The more people that talk about comics, it helps the hobby. So I'm glad to see that. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome, man. Again, man, great to have you, bro. It was awesome. Awesome show, bro. I enjoyed it. Awesome. James, final thoughts and shout outs, man.
I like Justice League. No.
Lies.
Hey, no, thanks again, man. It was great. Another great show in the books. Yes. Check out my latest video, which is my Justice League review, of course. And I have another video of the Hall video coming out tomorrow. And as far as anything else, that's about it. Like if you guys, I would mention every show on YouTube right now, but Joker's on there. So if you get a chance, subscribe to Joker. Subscribe or follow him on IG, and he will take you to whatever show you're looking for. New York Warriors, like East meets West, gotcha. Anything. And just Thoro's channel. Just basically just follow that guy. And that's fine. That's the entire promotion for me. Yeah, that's it.
Here you go, man. Appreciate you, James, man. Appreciate you. Always a great time, James. Talking, man. I'm talking comics with you. Doom.
Yeah, hey, Brian, thank you for coming on. People, please, if you're not already subscribed to Simpleman's comic, please do. He has great content, a great FOC, and on top of that, just a lot of great stuff on his channel. So please, not only on YouTube, but also on IG too. I'm sure we left the link. If not, pretty much just put in Simpleman's comics. His star will pop up, and and then you can go ahead and follow that. He has 22,000, but hey, why not a million, right? So just keep going. I know it's been a while. Thanks for having me on. It's been a blast, and I don't know when this thing is going to download, but I guess I have a haul coming up. Yeah, whenever it's done downloading, go watch it, I guess, or whatever. I don't know, whatever.
I want to say appreciate Doom. I know you're not here all the time, but you're always in the back working, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're giving thoughts for the show and stuff like that. I want to say thank you, bro. And set up with these dope ass guests. You got my man Brian here. You got Ben C. A lot of stuff. So. Don't think that my man Doom is not here all the time, but he's working, man. He's doing his thing here.
So I mean, Brian already brought a couple people I would love to have on. I would love to have Ben Stein. I would love to have Bolo. Who's that? Jared Leto? What?
Yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I would love to have Bolo on. I would love to have Ben Stein, and I think honestly, if you're not sub to this for whatever reason, sub it up. I think we got some great guests coming down the pipeline. And just thanks for having me, and it's always a great time, man. Mr. Left Leg out.
Appreciate you, Doom. Josh, my man, what say you?
What say you? I'll leave all the promotion to you this time. But obviously, check out all the shows related to CBSI, which Mike will mention in a minute. And on my channel, I dropped the last video for my collection, my 1 year in review with the Batman Ep42 sketch covers. Shame that one couldn't make it in, but I finally found it. But yeah, check it out. Everyone have a good week.
Yes. Broski.
Yeah,
my right hand man, Broski.
It's nice to see Doom and the King here again. It's been a minute, I think, from all of us. The Fantastic Four actually combined and able to do something. and actually put a whole long show. But it is what it is. We love talking comics, so we don't care about the time. We just do what we came here to do, is just bring out knowledge and have fun. Brian Simpleman's comics, I remember watching from a long time. I still watch once in a while. Yeah,
I remember. It's been, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I actually today I watched your first show that you had up.
I saw that.
September,
it was horrible.
And I was like, I gotta see what he had compared to what he is now, what it is now, because we did the same thing. We sometimes go back to our beginning and then see how we got better and improved. And you improved a long way. Kudos to you, bro. And the subs you got, you deserve a lot more, and you have a lot because of what you do and what you put. And I've seen all your editing and everything, and I really enjoy it. And then when I get a chance to watch it, I try to watch when I can. But I'm a big supporter of that channel. And
I definitely appreciate it. That's what's great about it, is I think that to me the community is better than having the community is better than making the content to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely agree, man. So yeah, man. Again, like Josh said, man. Let me just real quick. Last thing I'll highlight right here. Yeah, man. Shout out to CBSI. I mean, highlight my man, Mike Morello, man, with this awesome cover tunes that we did today, and the cover heat that we did on last week on our new Comic Day reviews, man. Shout out to Ben C over there on CBSI with this new show that we're doing with them, man. Friday night FOC with East Beast West, man. Definitely is a good one. For last week was the first one. We tested the waters, it turned out to be good. Little kinks in here and there we trying to work in, but we're trying to make it good for you guys out there, But yeah, I want to say a special thank you to CBSI. Let's see. Shout out to the New York Warriors. We're gonna be on tomorrow night. Not sure what we're gonna be talking about. Most likely, we already did our reviews yesterday in the Coffee and Comics. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. My man Biggs in the description, his page there. On his YouTube. Let me see what else. And shout out, going back to CBS, I want to shout out to Pressable Defects for the new combo day list again, guys. Look out for those videos on Tuesday, guys. And you have a doubleheader with CBSI on YouTube, man. So you got Pressable Defects and you have Thoro with the indie spotlight with myself. That we did, we highlight certain indie books, dope books. Listen, ever since I've been doing that, I've been reading more indie. I read indie, but now I'm reading more indie, and I'm into it more now. So yeah, shout out to those two shows for CBSI. The Hot 10 list, man, from Tales from the Flip Side. Just a lot of things going on with CBSI, which is pretty dope over here on YouTube. But besides that, man, I want to say shout out to again once more, New York Warriors, because we're trying to get to a 2,000. We're almost up there. Get us there, and we're gonna be doing a dope giveaway. And again, man, shout out to my man Jason Brodnick for the Little Comic Show. The Little Giant Comics presenting the Old School Comic Show here on the 24th of April, guys, up in New Hampshire. So we got some golden tickets, like Josh said earlier on the show. We'll figure out how to do this and how we're gonna give away some tickets. If you're gonna go, just hit me up in the DMs and we'll try to work something out. So yeah, man. But again, I want to say thank you to my special guest, Brian Simpleman's Comics, man. Definitely sub him up. Check them out. I'm pretty sure you're already familiar. If you have 22,000 subs, so you good, So other than that, man, I want to say thank you to everybody, man. And thank you for hanging out with us, man. Later.